What is up? What is up? What is up, folks? It's your main man JD in the building. What's going on? I hope everybody is good today. It's been a few days since we've been able to go live, so I am happy to be back and happy to hang out with you guys today. Since we have a little bit of a trailer breakdown stream to hang out and enjoy today. Been a busy day for me otherwise, but I am happy to be here right now. So if you guys can hear me, please let me know that everything is sounding all right. Katie will be here for the last two trailers that we are going to do. She's doing some other stuff in the other room. Patrick is asking about you.
I'm still alive. Yes, I will be on here later. I gotta get the kids fed right now and, you know, mom stuff. So.
Doing the mom thing.
Doing the mom thing, but yes, I will be back.
But yeah, that's why I get like the paper, like I do it every time because they're super shiny. But yes, we are reacting to and watching the trailer for Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Lanterns, the first season of Lanterns. We are going to watch a breakdown for the Scary Movie 6 trailer, which is awesome. And we are going to do The Boys season 5 and also Euphoria season 3. So, yeah, should be fun tonight. Should be fun. Like I said, a little hangout stream tonight. I'm assuming that everybody can hear me well and everything is sounding good. I just want to know. But yeah, let's get the particularing real quick and get the what's ups out the way. So Rylan is in the building.
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
We got Patrick Wheeler in the building.
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
We got KRMB in the building.
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
If you guys are hanging out, please jump into the chat, say what's up. While you're here, hit that like button before we get things popping. Hit that like button, man. So I hope everybody's doing good. Yeah, I've already watched and reacted to the Scary Movie trailer. It's going to release in full this week. So what we're going to do today is like watch it. Okay, so here's the deal. This is why I have to do these things this way. If you guys, Patrick and KR probably remember these days, but Rylan, you're a relative newbie to this. But back in the day, I used to do like trailer reaction videos and like react to the trailers, like watch it and react to it in real time. But for whatever reason, as we've grown, now YouTube is all like particular about stopping our streams. So like one time, it was a few months back, it had to be like maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, I was doing my normal stuff and they like suspended the stream and everything because I was watching a trailer that got like copyright struck. So can't do that. So the only way to sort of get around that is to watch some some breakdown vids, and then we're going to talk about them. So that's a good way for us to watch them and hang out. It's not exactly watching it. But yeah, I do have like my own me and Katie have our own actual reactions to all of these trailers that you're going to watch today, that are going to be showing on our regular channel and debuting at 3 or 4 p.m. every day this week. So you will be able to see those that way. Billie Eilish hates Scary Movie 6. Why she hate it? YouTube is YouTube is a little crazy sometimes, man. I don't always understand why they do the stuff they do, but they do it and there's nothing that I can do about it. So I just have to sort of try my best to circumvent the rules and regulations and do whatever I can to make sure that we are able to stay YouTube compliant, which is what we're going to be doing today. All right, let me get that up. Let me put this over here. And yes. All right, let's get this popping in, man. I think the first one we're going to do is the Lanterns trailer. So let me pull that one up and let me switch my screens. And you guys will get the flow of exactly how we're going to do this. So big shout out to the folks over at Screen Crush. Love that channel. All these channels that I'm watching their videos tonight, I am subscribed to their channel. I'm a member on a few of them as well. And like I said, it's fair use for us to check these out and talk about them and discuss them as we go about the evening. So first up, Lanterns trailer breakdown. And this is by Ryan Airy over at Screen Crush. I can't talk.
Get into this trailer. The trailer opens with Hal and John driving down the highway together. John says,
"With all due respect, we've been training for what, 2 months?"
To which Hal calls him.
Okay, before we even get popping, what do you guys think of this trailer? Have you guys seen it already? Have you watched the actual trailer to Lanterns? I will. I'll have to say that if you've seen my reaction to this video, I dropped it earlier today. But yeah, if you've seen that reaction to it, I wasn't overly impressed with it. So I'm hoping that watching this will give me a little bit more background on it and make me a little bit more impressed, because just watching it the way I did, I wasn't really impressed with it.
Substitute teacher.
Which is true. Prior to the New 52 reboot of the DC Comics, Jon Stewart was actually just a substitute Green Lantern for Guy Gardner.
Now wait a minute, how many Green Lanterns are there?
There's Like a lot. I mean, it's an entire Space Corps.
Love Guy Gardner too. Got to see him in the Superman movie, played by Nathan Fillion. Like, pretty much stole the show. Like, to me, Guy Gardner's Green Lantern in that movie was one of my favorite parts of the entire movie. Like, and him and Mr. I can't think of his name. Not Mr. Incredible, not Mr. Fantastic, not Mr. Awesome. Man, see, I'm not up on my DC stuff, man. I got to get better. But yeah, they were definitely the best parts of that movie for me.
Are tasked to patrol every sector of the known universe, so they need a big team. Anyways, John Stewart first appeared in the DC universe in the 1971 Green Lantern run and Green Lantern issue 87. James Gunn posted a teaser yesterday showing the cover of this issue along with a few other iconic Green Lantern runs that we'll discuss later. The comic takes place after Guy Gardner was injured and unable to continue his
Patrick says, not sure because it's a joke that the writers left in and hurt feelings. That is kind of pathetic. It's grown up. It should know that the comedy is broken down. Yeah. Oh no, I agree. Yeah, Mr. Terrific. That's it, Mr. Terrific. I could not remember that
because
name.
Of this, one of the Guardians of the Universe contacts Hal Jordan, telling him that they had chosen another substitute Lantern for him in Guy's absence. The Guardian then shows him John Stewart, and their introduction doesn't go as smoothly as the Guardians hoped. When Hal first sees John, he's put off by their choice of replacement and calls it a clear mistake. But Hal is quickly proven wrong. John's a fast learner and masters the Lantern's powers almost immediately. Still, he and Hal have a tumultuous start due to John's background.
Now, this is one thing that I knew a little bit about, is that there are definitely multiple Green Lanterns. I don't really know how or why it ends up getting passed, but yeah, there definitely are multiple Green Lanterns, and I'm really interested as I dive more into the DC universe through these shows, through these movies, to learn more about it, because like I said, I'm not up to snuff on my DC universe stuff. So it's kind of cool to be a little bit on the outside watching and learning about these, because with the Marvel stuff, like, I feel like I know everything. Like, I feel like I know almost everything, and those are still very enjoyable, but I do just feel like I know tons about that universe.
Stewart's debut came during a major shift in the comics industry. Black superheroes were increasingly prominent in the 1970s, and this Green Lantern run highlighted how Stewart's race impacted his role as a Lantern. In his first fight, Stewart deliberately hits a truck to spill oil on a racist senator, which Hal later confronts him about. Later in the issue, Hal and John reach an understanding and begin their history of mutual respect, although they still clash as shown in this trailer. As I said,
yeah, you can definitely sense the hostility between them in the trailer. I guess, and I think I said it in my reaction, is that I didn't know if that was like something that's carry over from the comics or not, but obviously it is. And yeah, you can definitely feel the hostility between them. My one hope for the show, like I said in my reaction, is that I just don't want it to be one of those things where you have a show about superheroes that is like reluctant to be and show like their powers and how they are actually superheroes. I get kind of tired of the shows that you have someone who has these superpowers, but they don't want to use them for whatever reason. Like that's kind of stale. Like we did that with Wonder Man. It was a complete show about a actor who just happened to be a superhero, not a superhero who just happened to be an actor as well. I would much have rather seen that version as opposed to the first one that I just talked about.
John's backstory was retconned. Following DC Comics' reboot, he was rewritten as a former Marine stationed at Ferris Air Base. In this continuity, it was revealed that the Guardians had been watching him since he was a child. Rather than being a substitute for Hal, they had handpicked him for the Corps, with Kilowog acting as his trainer instead of Hal. Based on their relationship in the trailer, it seems like they'll be taking more from the Silver Age comic run of Green Lanterns rather than the post-reboot canon. Oh, by the way, Doug, I need time off for the summer.
I love anything that has to do with Teen Titans Go, like, and the Teen Titans like cartoon, that was great. But then once they dropped Teen Titans Go, like, I love it. It's so funny to me, and it's one of those kids shows that you can watch and also as an adult like really enjoy it. So like, yeah, I can't get enough of Teen Titans Go.
Because I'm going on vacation to buy muscle out of traveling. Now back to what I was saying. And then we get a shot of the ring, and man, it is awesome. Design-wise, it looks very similar to Kyle Reiner's ring from the comics, but it's an entirely new design for the DCU. We saw another Green Lantern ring in Superman and Peacemaker, but Guy's was rounder and more green, whereas this one has gold accents, which I think works well for the tone of this show. The great thing about the DCU so far is that while this is a connected cinematic universe, they are allowing each creative team to tailor the stories and designs to each project's genre. Hal tells John,
You're not ready to get up in front of the class until the ring says you are.
and this is true. In the comics, the ring normally chooses its host, only going to the person who it deems to be the most qualified to wield its power. That was the case with Hal.
Now, that was one of my questions too, because it seems like they're really trying to figure out there was an absence of like the powers in the show. So yeah, I was wondering if it has to be a certain, the ring has to decide that you're going to be able to use and get its powers, as opposed to you just getting the ring and then automatically being able to use it, because it would make more sense that way. But then it's just like an enchanted item or something like that, and it has nothing to do with the spirit, which is what I understand that it's connected to for all of the Green Lanterns.
Which is why he seems so dead set on this rule. In the comics, Hal was chosen by the ring after
I got no
fire
snacks
owner
right now,
Avon
Patrick.
Sur crash
I just
landed
got a
on
bottle of
Earth.
water,
With his
man.
dying breath, Avon Sur asked the Battery of Power to search for the most deserving being on Earth to be the next ring bearer, which is why Hal Jordan was picked. Now, as I mentioned earlier, John was also picked by the ring, so this idea of him not being ready is entirely new to the Lantern's lore. I'm interested to see what...
new to the lore. Okay. See, I thought that was something that was like always present in the comics, but I guess that's new to the show.
They chose for his backstory here as well. In the comics, Jordan deems their first mission as a failure. So, being that in this series they've known one another for 2 months, I wonder if Hal is the one saying that John isn't ready and not the ring itself. Hal then jumps out of the car.
All right.
As a test for John, seeing if the ring will choose him at this moment. And this is so classic Hal Jordan. In the comics, he's a loose cannon. Prior to his time as a Green Lantern, Hal worked as a test pilot for the Ferris Aircraft Company and often got into trouble for crashing planes during unauthorized joy.
Now, as far as I know, Hal Jordan is like the most famous sort of Green Lantern, and John Stewart is probably the second most famous. Is that correct? Any of you guys who are DC historians out there, let me know.
Rides. Chandler really brings Hal to life in this trailer. We see how he respects his Lantern duties, but also isn't afraid to be rash and a little out there. And this scene also perfectly sets up the dichotomy between Stewart and Jordan.
Patrick says it's money. It's all about how much money they have and are willing to spend. Yes, I agree. And I think you can craft a good comic book show without having like big budget, action spectaculars at all, in every episode, or, you don't have to do that. You have to be able to tell a good story too. But I really don't like shows like Wonder Man that there was very, 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 very little action. And it was about a guy who was just pretty much reluctant to be a superhero. I don't want that story. I want somebody who, they might be reluctant in the beginning, but then they end up changing, and you see them, start to figure out their powers, all that stuff. That show just jumped around, and then by the end, he was fully formed and doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and we got no explanation for how he was able to grow his powers. So they spent a whole bunch of time showing him trying to land a role in acting, but not enough time showing him like actually developing his powers. And that's one of the things that I didn't like. And I hope that they don't do something like that with this too.
After Hal's stunt, John says,
I could have died.
to which Hal replies,
You want me to train you? I'm training you.
both Hal and John take their Green Lantern duties seriously, but John has always been less of a risk taker than Hal. Their lives before the Lantern Corps influence how the both of them fulfilled their...
John comes off as very dry, man. Like I said, I don't know if he's like that in the comics, but he comes off as super dry. I hope that that's not his character the entire time. Like maybe a mix of Hal and John can be a good Green Lantern, but yeah, this I don't like either of them separate. So hopefully they kind of blend, their personalities blend together, and Hal can be a little less of a hothead and John can be a little bit more of a hothead.
their duties as Lanterns. From his time in the Marines and his racial background, John is more disciplined and methodical, while Hal is always brash and fearless due to his time as a test pilot. After meeting the two, we then get into the plot of the show.
Something is off here.
I can feel it.
Now, James Gunn has said several times the mystery of this show is going to tie into the wider DCU storyline and the Salvation prison plot that we saw in Peacemaker. Now, we don't get much insight in this trailer as to what the two Lanterns are investigating, but Hal's "I can feel it" line leads me to believe that it's something extraterrestrial. During our Peacemaker coverage, we theorized that Hal and John could be investigating a series of disappearances that are related to the alternate universe prison that they introduced in the show Peacemaker.
That would make sense. I enjoyed Peacemaker season 2. I thought it was entertaining. I did not like the end. I didn't like how they ended that show at all. Like, I felt like it was super hyped. Like, you know, even by James Gunn himself, like it was crazy hyped. And then I feel like they did not deliver on those promises of an amazing finale, and that left a bitter taste in my mouth. So if you guys are interested in seeing how upset I was, please go check out our live stream, at least of the final episode, where we had a live stream watch party for Peacemaker season 2. Patrick says Jon Stewart, a college graduate and architect, was conceived by Adams to portray a better representation of black people in America, with Adams also diverging from the usual lighter coloring of black characters to depict him as dark skinned. Stewart's original design was based on actor Sidney Poitier. Okay, awesome. And he was one of the first African-American superheroes to appear in DC Comics. That's awesome. I find it interesting, though, now that you brought this context to it, Patrick, thank you for that. First off, thank you. But after you bring this context to it, the fact that they chose an actor who was more brown skin as opposed to darker skin, as he was in the comics, is interesting. So I wonder if, you know, even though the character was designed to be, you know, darker skin, and, you know, when I think of darker skin, I think of somebody like Wesley Snipes or something like that. And this guy is a little bit more, you know, caramel complected.
So on Salvation, that's where we build the prison.
No, Mr. Secretary. Salvation is the prison.
But there's something later in this trailer that leads us to believe that it could be related to a different comic arc, which would have major implications for the future of the DCU. We cut to a town meeting where we meet a new character invented for the show, Sheriff Carrie Kane, played by Kelly MacDonald. Her last name, Kane, is a nod to the co-creator.
All right, Kelly MacDonald, one of my favorite actresses of all time. She she played the wife of Nucky Thompson in Boardwalk Empire. I don't know if you guys have watched Boardwalk Empire before. Old show from the early 2000s, I would think. That was on HBO Max, or HBO at the time, but now HBO Max. You can go back and watch it. It deals with like prohibition and how alcohol was illegal in the States and how people still continue to sell it and bootleg it. Like, it is an amazing show. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's one of the few shows that I've watched twice, and I actually started to watch it a third time a few months back, and this is just going to make me want to go and watch some more of it tonight. So like, after I get off of this, I would not be shocked if I decide to watch some more tonight. And do not apologize for info dumping, Patrick. I appreciate it. That was great. Great context, my man.
Creator of Hal Jordan, comic artist Gil Kane. Now, this character was made for the show, so not much is known about her at this moment. In her character bio, they've described her as a no-nonsense woman, deeply devoted to her family and close-knit town. Her resilience, shaped by a complex past that's hardened her resolve, anchors her when the community.
Oh, KR, you got some great licorice? Oh, man. You gotta let me know if that's good. What brand is it?
It's the way she eats them.
And that she's going to be a potential.
Yeah, Wes is amazing in Blade, man.
Now, in the comics,
love
Hal's most
him as Blade.
is his
Even in the new version, when he was in Deadpool and Wolverine, like, yeah, great. All right, y'all gonna make me pull out my candy bucket. Let's see what I got. Gotta lean over and got the candy bucket. I'll just leave that right there.
Former boss and on-again, off-again girlfriend, Carol Ferris. Now, there's been no mention of her being in the show so far, so it's
local
possible
brand.
that
Okay,
Carrie
all
is
good,
taking
all
her
good,
place.
man.
We see Hal confront a couple of guys in a diner after what seems like a shootout, while Carrie says,
"You're a big shot."
We're meeting Hal towards what might be the end of his career. There's an ongoing theme in this trailer of John taking the mantle away from Hal, so it's quite possible that this show ends with Hal walking away from the Lantern Corps, which of course we've seen him do in the comics before. Then there's more footage of their investigation, this time at a football field, where it looks to be there's several bodies scattered around. Now, the setting could be a nod to Chandler's role in Friday Night Lights, where he wanted...
Have you guys watched Friday Night Lights? Like, yeah, he is an amazing actor. I love them in Friday Night Lights. It's another one of the shows that I've watched completely. Love the movie, and then transitioned directly into the show after the show had already come out and was almost over. So I was able to like binge a ton of it all at once, and it is a great, great, great show. If you care about American football at all, it's really cool to see. Really cool to see. Great character study on the players, and also a coach and his devotion to the team.
An Emmy playing the coach of a high school football team.
Clear eyes, full hearts, Campbell.
We then get more banter between the two lanterns.
This is a stupid plan.
Not that stupid.
Once again showing the difference between these two heroes. Although they both share the mantle of Green Lantern, all lanterns have their own quirks and personalities, as we saw with Guy.
That haircut should be against your vows.
That what should be what? I'll have you know 348 chicks say otherwise.
There's a shot of a
The best part of that movie. The best part of that movie. Yeah, if you watch it right now, please hit that or smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. We are at 1,233 subscribers, and I think we've been in there for like 3 days. I need some more. Sub to the channel.
another field with what looks like an entrance to a farm with a huge crater in the middle. Over the crater is a broken sign reading "Study the Past," which ties in perfectly to the theme of this series. This show follows John becoming a Green Lantern, literally studying the past as he learns to become as powerful a hero as Hal is. Now, I should also note that this plot line of two Green Lanterns on the road seems inspired by the incredible comic run of Dennis O'Neil and Neil Adams when Green Arrow takes Green Lantern on a road trip to teach him about America. Basically, he says that Green Lantern spent so much...
Yeah, KR, you hate Guy? Oh man, like I said, he was the best part of the movie for me. Him and Mr. Terrific, man. The best. Like, I loved his sarcasm. And I know when I first saw the movie, I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy Nathan Fillion's portrayal of this character. Granted, I didn't know a lot about the character, but I just saw his look and I was like, if this guy's just going to be a joke and a jerk, I'm not really feeling it. But it turned out that that jokiness and that jerkiness was like completely on brand in that show or in that movie. So like, I loved it. Loved every second of it. Like, I felt like he stole every scene that he was in. Yeah, you could probably catch some highlights on YouTube. I don't know if I'd suggest to anybody to really watch that Superman movie over again. Like, it wasn't all that to me. I know a lot of people liked it, but it wasn't all that to me. I think I went into it with some crazy high expectations too. And a lot of people also had high expectations, and I didn't feel it. Didn't feel it.
Time and space, he's lost touch with real people on the ground. It was a groundbreaking series, and it could be that Hal is doing the same thing here. He wants to see how John Stewart reacts in human circumstances before he can trust him with the responsibility of dealing with giant cosmic problems. And then we get the suit reveal. Now, it's hung up in a closet, so it might not be the suit, but it's a suit and it looks great. While it's not as green as fans wanted it to be, the design is very similar to Hal's suit in Green Lantern.
Yeah, I got no problem with the suit.
Another one of the comments that Gunn posted on his story. In that comic, Hal and John team up to save the universe from an invading alien force. Perhaps something similar is threatening this town, calling the Lanterns to come to their aid. And we see this suit, as John says,
The Green Lantern's oath is to protect people.
Which is true, but it's a very abridged version of the oath. The words that every Lantern must say before they are initiated into the Corps are, say it with me everybody, "In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light." Very good, which we first saw all the way back in the first Lantern appearance in Showcase issue 22. Then
see, like all this stuff I don't know. Like all this stuff I do not know, man. And it's cool to learn about it. So that's why I love these channels and watching these types of breakdowns. Like, this is stuff, like, the reason I'm doing this stream is because I hadn't streamed in a while, and it's kind of hard to, like, there aren't a bunch of TV shows out right now. I need to get back to streaming a few of the ones that we've started. But one of the reasons why I decided to do this is especially for this trailer in particular. It's the second most popular trailer that's out right now. And then on top of that, I don't know as much, so I rely on channels like Screen Crush to break things down, and I think that it's fun. Like, I would watch this normally anyway, so to be be able to come on stream and then talk about it with you guys while we watch it, like that's fun to me. I hope it's fun for you guys too. I hope this, you know, you at least get something out of it.
A no vacancy motel sign, but the lights are dimming in and out, only leaving the O in motel and the airco in air conditioning. Now, this could be a reach, but I think this is a nod to Oa, the planet that's home to the Guardians of the Universe and the Green Lanterns. John then tells Hal,
We both know I do a better job of this than you.
which is a huge point of contention. Like I said earlier, John is a far more disciplined Green Lantern than Hal, and he has saved Hal's ass several times in the comics. But whether he's better than Hal is up for debate, and this seems like it's going to be an ongoing issue between them.
This is my job. As long as I'm alive, that ain't changing.
Hal has walked away from the Corps before, but
Yeah, they're gonna have to reach some sort of level of mutual respect in this. You can tell that's what it's building towards. So I hope they're able to do it. And John, like, I don't like John's, like I say, I just don't like his attitude. And I know that they're probably playing it up too. So I just don't like his strong, like, you know, he's super no nonsense, seems super like straight laced. Like, yeah, I'm not feeling that as much. But I know that they're gonna make that character better, so it's fine.
both willingly and unwillingly when he was possessed by Parallax. So it's not unlikely that we see Hal incapacitated by the end of the series.
Okay,
Whereas
cool,
honestly,
Rylan,
doesn't
man.
become the Spectre
I was
anymore.
wondering that
so
too.
we see Hal walk along the football field, stepping in something red. Now this is probably blood from the bodies we saw earlier, but it can also be remnants of the Red Lanterns. The Red Lantern Corps is an evil, rage-filled sector of the Lantern Corps run by the alien Atrocitus, who has sworn revenge against the Lanterns. Now, Atrocitus
like
has not
Darkseid.
been formally announced in this show, but we're speculating him to be revealed as Anton, played by Paul Ben Victor in this series. Anton is said to be an extraterrestrial devoted to exacting vengeance against those who wronged his people, which frankly sounds a lot like Atrocitus. We then see a series of action shots, people riding horses, Hal and John
Oh
investigating
yeah,
what
there's
looks
there's
like
definitely
murder
gonna be
den,
a fight
all
between the
setting
two
tone for
guys.
this
I know
True
that that's gonna happen.
Detective-esque series.
Oh, and it
We
looks like we got
also
another
see someone
subscriber.
jumping
So
out of a plane.
let me pause this real quick. Whenever we get subscribers on this channel, we like to celebrate you guys subscribing. So thank you so much for subscribing, and I appreciate it. But we like to do a little bit of a dance party too. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I was looking for. I love it. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel. Let's get those dance emojis up in the chat. Thank you so much for subscribing to watch stuff with us. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it.
Which could be a flashback of Hal, or just a nod to his past as a fearless test pilot. And then we get a peek at some of the powers, with Hal launching off into the sky. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen someone fly in the DCU. It's not even the first Green Lantern we've seen fly. But I think it's really interesting how they portray the differences between those with similar powers. In Superman, every time he flew, there was some weight to it, like he was launching off. We even got sonic booms when he flew. But Hal glides into the sky because he's not the one flying. He's commanding his ring to carry him. Then John holds the Green Lantern battery that charges their power rings.
Okay.
Now, this is a smaller version of the central power battery on Oa that gives the Green Lanterns their
I did not know that's what those were. Like, I knew that it was a lantern, but I didn't know that that was where they would sort of recharge their power. So that's cool to learn.
power. It connects to the willpower from every being in the universe and converts that power into the energy that runs through the Lantern's rings. After John tells Hal,
Your time is up.
the trailer shifts to focus on him. He bashes in a window, runs down a highway, and gets attacked by what looks like an extraterrestrial staple gun. It emanates some type of yellow energy, so I wonder if this is our
Extraterrestrial staple
introduction
gun,
to the
huh?
Yellow Lanterns, or if some human discovered the one weakness of Green Lanterns, the
Yes,
color
the
yellow.
show comes
the
out
Yellow
in
Lanterns are
August.
fueled by fear, which is the direct opposite emotion that fuels the Green Lantern's willpower, so it's their one true weakness. All it takes is the color yellow? Yeah, I mean, the first Lantern's weakness is wood, so this is kind of an upgrade. And then finally, John asks about the other Lanterns,
Have you ever talked with the other lanterns?
with Hal replying,
I'm the only human. They're aliens.
and that's not entirely false. Out of the 7,200 members of the Green Lantern Corps, there's only ever been about a handful of Green Lanterns from Earth. It's interesting that Hal says that he's the only human, though, as it's rumored that Guy will be appearing in some episodes of this series. Hal then says,
One of them's a f***ing squirrel.
which is a reference
I love the fact that Guy is going to be in this show. And then on top of that, I can't wait to see how Guy interacts with John, because I know that John is going to be like, who is this dude? I am not trying to deal with this cat. So yeah, that's going to be fun to see them interact together.
To the cutest member of the Green Lantern Corps, Chip. So guys, that's the trailer. Now this sets up a lot for the ongoing story of the DCU and a lot for the character of Hal Jordan. Like I mentioned, Hal walks away from the Green Lantern Corps for a time after he was taken over by an entity called Parallax. And that unfolded in the comic book Emerald Twilight. In that run, Hal, completely devastated by the destruction of his home city, transforms into the being that represents fear itself, which forces Kyle Reiner to step into the role of Green Lantern. Here, we could see John Stewart take Reiner's place, instead setting him up as the Green Lantern of the DCU. That's right, we think that the big twist at the end of this series could be that Hal Jordan becomes the main villain. Big shout out to Lee Mazzio who wrote this video. You can find...
Now that wouldn't shock me. I'll be okay with that too. And if they get to that point and they turn that twist, I will be excited. I will be excited. So, are you guys excited for the Green Lantern show? If you are, please let me know. That's a little bit of a breakdown, courtesy of the folks over at Screen Crush. Thank them so much for allowing us to check this out and watch and react to it in real time, as they did, and did an excellent job of breaking down the trailer. All right. Next up, we have the quick, like 30-second teaser for Daredevil Born Again. So let's check that one out and see what we think of that one. Like I said, I watched it before, and my full like in the moment reaction is gonna come out later on this week, so you'll be able to check that out too. Whoops, I forgot to switch my screen up. Okay.
Daredevil Born Again Season 2.
This is from the folks over at Cosmic Wonder. Love them, man.
Plot leak for Daredevil Born Again Season 2 that I
100% Patrick, we will be watching Lanterns. 100% we'll be watching that. Like that's a must. That's a must.
Hope is real. I pray is real, because it honestly sounds perfect. It sounds like exactly what I personally would love to see happen in Daredevil Born Again Season 2. And we also have some new details about Matthew Lillard's character, Mr. Charles. He opens up a little bit about it. So a lot to go over today for Daredevil. What is going on, Cosmic Crew? Thanks for stopping by the channel today. We've talked a lot about how a future crossover.
So as we see, Daredevil Born Again, we got to watch the first season of it live on stream. Enjoyed watching that. That was pretty fun. I did not like, the first 2 episodes I thought were really good. Really good. Then we got into the middle of the show, did not feel it. And then the last 2 episodes I thought were pretty good as well. So I hope that everything is a lot closer to the way the show ended, as opposed to the way the show began and everything in the middle of it, because I was impressed with everything at the very, at the tail end. It kind of picked back up again. So I know there was a lot of turmoil on set, and they had to pretty much scrap the entire season and change a whole bunch of things up at the last minute after the shooting had been done for the set or for the show. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they're able to do with a full season of what the show ended as. So let's just hope that we can do that.
Over with Daredevil, The Defenders, and Spider-Man could be happening, but not before Daredevil Born Again Season 2 coming out March 24th this month.
Yes, Punisher show coming up too. We got Daredevil Born Again, and also the Spider-Man Brand New Day. They're all supposed to be related, so I'm really excited about that. Really excited about that. Patrick says this is going to be a continuation of Daredevil Season 5. Yes. It's more so a continuation from Daredevil Born Again Season 1, which was loosely related to Daredevil Born Again, or the Daredevil series that was on Netflix. So I would say it's kind of a loose connection between the two, but yeah, not bad. Not bad. I would check it out. I would check it out. If you haven't watched it, go back and check out our old streams of it too. You can fast forward through it and catch things that way too.
Too far away. There's a new trailer that has been released. We're going to break that down first, because you have to kind of see some of it to make sense of the...
Okay, Rylan says 1 and 9 were the new creative team. The rest were filler. old creative team. Okay, that makes sense, and that like adds up perfectly because, like I said, the beginning was good, end was good, middle, who is this we got? Oh, Michaela, what's going on? What's going on? Says, I'm glad the actors fought for the show to continue from Netflix. Yes, there were a lot of people who wanted the show to continue, and it had disappeared for a while. And it was sort of up in the air initially, but I am so glad that the show was able to be continued as well. So yeah, man, really excited about that too. Rylan says, Patrick characters from next week. So yes, that is true. Kelly says, cause it was dumb for Feige and whoever he hired at first had no reason to try and not make Netflix canon when it was already canon. Yes, I agree. They made it like loosely based on it, but yeah, that show was so good, and that's what people wanted. Like everybody wanted that to continue. So I don't know why they thought that coming along and making something different was going to all of a sudden attract more people. Like, no, it turned everybody off. So you want to just they had a good thing going, just keep it going. You can put your own little spin on it, but don't change it too much. And I felt like they changed it too much.
The plot leak that we're going to go over, starting off with this new trailer, the new black suit is just, wow, we have
black suit with the double D's. Love it. So I hope that the storyline that goes along with that, with I think it was it called Night's Reign, or I can't remember. It was something Reign. But yeah, the storyline that sort of goes along with the black double D Daredevil suit was very good in the comics, so I hope they kind of continue that on. You had little hints of it coming when we watched the first season, so I'm hoping they actually go through with it all the way in this season.
Seen it in leaked photos before, but now he busted out, and he even spoke with Brandon Davis about what the suit kind of means. And yes, it does represent sort of a different Matt Murdock / Daredevil. This is what he had to say in an interview.
See yourself
Put some D's on it. Yep.
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, you carry yourself slightly differently.
And what does the suit mean to Matt?
Well, it changes, and it changes significantly in this season. There's a reason why it's black. There's a reason for that, which is cool.
So there's a reason.
I like it. There's a reason behind it. Yeah, there was a yellow one as well. Yellow with some red on it too. And She-Hulk, Daredevil actually appeared in there. I don't know if you saw that show. Not very good, but if you watch that, Daredevil also appeared in that show. And in that show, he had a sort of version of the yellow and red Daredevil suit. But I think most people try to just forget about the She-Hulk era of Daredevil and She-Hulk in general. Even though She-Hulk is a great character in the comics, I think some of that stuff was a little bit too corny and did not go over well. So I hope they're able to redeem She-Hulk at some point, because she's an awesome character.
That it is specifically black there, and it's a cool reason, he says. Now, in the comics, the black and red suit, this was from the Shadowland storyline. And no, I don't think they're really adapting kind of a page for page here, because I don't think he's possessed by the beast of the hand. We do know, or at least some things say, that the hand is going to play a part.
Yeah, once She-Hulk and what was it, Megan Thee Stallion were twerking, like I was done then. I was done. Like it was a bridge too far. Like you can try to be funny, but like that was just dumb.
In this, which also, you know, they're gonna be in Spider-Man Brand New Day, so more connections there, the street level connections in the MCU. I'm loving this. But in the comic storyline, Daredevil fully embraces
big shout out to the Cosmic Wonder, man. Love that channel as well.
And he actually abandons the no kill rule. Now, we kind of saw some of that happen in Daredevil Born Again season 1, where he pushed Bullseye off of the rooftop.
Yes, and I know a lot of people don't necessarily like it, because Daredevil is sort of meant as just a tiny bit of an allegory for Batman, and Batman of course has a no unalive rule, and Daredevil kind of has one as well. But yeah, that was one of the best parts of that first season, was after, you know, everything that happened with Foggy. You know, he had Bullseye, and he was just so mad. And like he was mad, but he wasn't like raging or yelling. He was just mad, and he just like tossed him off. And like, I respected that. Like you took out his best friend, he was gonna take you out, and I was cool with that.
Now, he didn't kill him, but I think we could all probably agree
KR
that
says it had its moments.
Right after he killed Foggy.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
That if you're here,
maybe a little bit. I just wasn't feeling it, man. I didn't like him hooking up with her in that show either. Like it just felt out of place. And then like after it was over, he was like walking home with his suit in his hand. Like it was just goofy. It was goofy for no reason. Like you can make a funny show, you can make it ironic, you can have him break the fourth wall all the time like she does in the comics. That's fine, but they could have done some other things with it, I think. And I think that the writing could have been a little bit better to make her a little bit more serious. That end with the KEVIN, sort of AI robot thing, like that was just goofy. Like it was just a lot of unnecessary stuff. Scar, Hulk's son, was in it, and he looked goofy. Like it was just a lot of goofiness going around with that show.
I'm assuming you've seen season 1. So he returns to New York City actually as the leader of the Hand, but like I said, it's revealed that he was possessed, and he ultimately ends up sacrificing himself, which I think is important. According to this plot leak, there is going to be some type of a sacrifice. It might not be in the same way that you think, though. But the suit looks awesome, and I do think it symbolizes a darkness within him. Season 1 was really intense, incredibly emotional, and now Mayor Fisk is in charge of the city. He's taking it over.
I don't know about it being emotional. Like I think the beginning of it, that first episode was emotional, but after that, no, it wasn't emotional like that. It didn't get me. Even that situation kind of got let down a little bit as the show continued, because you lost the significance of that death. So yeah, I kind of disagree with him a little bit on that point.
Over, he's got the anti-vigilante task force, and at the end we found out that Daredevil
did like Kingpin in it though.
Force of his own.
Kingpin's character is great.
His own. And Jessica Jones is back, and I cannot express how excited I am for that. So in this trailer,
now that I am excited for too. I hope they keep Jessica Jones the same way that they had her on a Netflix show. I loved her sort of sarcastic, slightly drunk, just she was an imperfect person who had these superpowers, and I enjoyed that character. I love that show. The Purple Man in that show was amazing as a villain too. I just wanted him to continue going on too. So yeah, but if you haven't watched Jessica Jones on Netflix, please go back and do that. Iron Fist show, not so much. It was okay, not that good. Luke Cage show, excellent again. And yeah, the Defenders series was pretty good too.
She says, it's gotten out of hand. Can you stop him? And it shows Fisk, and it shows the two of them fighting together. There's a lot of really cool scenes in this, including a scene of Bullseye throwing up some forks and some knives. Now, from what we know, Bullseye and Daredevil work together in this. It's going to be a little shaky. We're going to talk
interesting to see them work together. I need to see how that's going to work, because that doesn't make too much sense to me. And now that's one thing I don't know about in the comics, if they ever really work together a lot in the comics or anything like that. But that'll be interesting to see. I got some faith that they'll be able to pull that off well.
Talk about that with the plot leak. Obviously, with someone like Bullseye, relationships,
and the fact you just saw that March 24th, that is just a couple of weeks away. So we will be here for live stream watch parties for every episode of Daredevil Born Again season 2. Be ready for that.
He's gone, been on one side, been on the other side. There is some moral consciousness there, but also at the same time, he is very unstable, and that seems to be what it's going to be like.
I love that smile right there too.
With Daredevil, with Matt, and with Bullseye, Poindexter. But we see some really, really cool scenes here, and
yeah, I agree,
Karen's
Patrick,
back.
man.
She's going to have a big role to play in this season. That's already been confirmed by Marvel Studios, and we can see her a lot in this trailer. Swordsman is back, and I do want to point out something that the actor who played Swordsman recently did say, and it's pretty interesting, because he actually said that he got hurt doing some stunts recently, which means his character is actually going to be doing a fair amount of fighting, which means he is.
Oh man, yeah, Swordsman was he was a new character that was added to the show in the first season of Daredevil Born Again, and I thought that he was a good addition. I wanted to see more, and I was intrigued by his character. So I'm ready to see more of him. I know they also had him in the Hawkeye show as well too. So I love the synergy between a lot of the characters in New York, that you see them sort of interact with each other. And I hope that they continue to do more of that in the MCU.
Actually, probably taking on the vigilante swordsman persona, right? It's not just going to be him as a rich person, but it's actually going to be him probably fighting against Fisk, which I think is going to be really cool. I think we're going to see a lot of maybe like side characters show up in Daredevil Born Again season 2. I think it's going to be really cool. So we see them basically go up against the anti-vigilante task force, which is what it says on their chest. And it's all, of course, coming from Kingpin. It's a battle between Daredevil and Kingpin. Bullseye joins because he hates the Fisks, right? That's what he hates. Christian Ritter, Jessica Jones is kicking people around. And it does look like Daredevil is a little more brutal, but he's still held back. He's not trying to kill anybody. Although in the first trailer we did, it appeared to be him using a gun. So maybe he does kill somebody. We have a...
I was going to say, I don't know why they're showing that. That's from, that happened in, that was in the Netflix show, like that he had a firearm like that was taped around his hand. I can't remember why that happened though. Do you guys remember why that happened or why he had to use that? I know it was in the Netflix show for a reason though at one point in time.
Still here, one shot here of Karen protecting someone behind her. This looks to be Angela Del Toro, the niece of White Tiger, who died in season 1, and she now has the amulet for the White Tiger. So I think she's gonna play.
Now the White Tiger the whole thing about the White Tiger in season 1 was great. I loved how that was done. I was shocked when everything that ended up happening with him, it came out of nowhere. So I was shocked and impressed by that. like I said, go back and watch those reactions, that watch party for that episode in particular. It was fun.
Play an important role in this. Then we have some really awesome fight scenes, which I just really love. But then
Rylan says that
Jessica Jones
the
and
finale
Daredevil
was
are
the
talking to
best
each other. Here, it
episode.
does
Yeah,
look like they are
I agree with
the
that.
Punisher once
I agree
was.
with that.
So obviously, if
The
Matt
one
Murdock,
before the last episode was
well,
good
technically
too.
he's
And
missing,
like I said,
we
the
have
first
some
episode was good
wanted
too, just for
posters
shock
of
factor.
Daredevil, and then Matt Murdock missing. He's obviously laying low, especially because Fisk knows who he is. So
okay, yeah, I remember.
Really,
I knew it had to be
crazy cool
something,
trailer.
KR. I
Can't
forgot
wait to
about
see
that.
where
I knew
this
it
is
had to be
going.
something.
Let's dive into the plot leak. And if you don't,
All right, so
want
now they're going
any
to talk about a
spoilers
plot
for it,
leak
obviously
for
it's
Daredevil Born Again season 2. So yeah, if you are not interested in learning anything about it, I will not be mad if you mute me or go away from the channel for a little bit. But just make sure you come back in about 5 minutes.
Plot leak, so we take it with a grain of salt. It's not confirmed to be true, but this sounds amazing. So the plot leak reads this, coming from the Insider Majestic. Matt Murdock is on the run, recruiting his own army of vigilantes alongside Karen Page as he searches for ways to expose Mayor Fisk, whose authority is increasingly undermined.
Oh, had to look it up. All good, man. Thank you.
Daredevil and Kingpin play chess, trying to uncover each other's weakness and expose them. And it's only a matter of time before things improve, or the city finally suffocates in the Devil's realm. Daredevil and Bullseye will join forces against Fisk, but Dex will unleash his madness and Alliance will end. He kills many police officers, and I'm assuming that is actually what his madness is. Him going about and just killing whoever the heck he wants, including police officers, because I do believe that Matt Murdock does believe that some police officers are good, and he probably doesn't want to kill the ones who are even bad. But I do.
Interesting. So that's why they join up to take on Fisk. So yeah, I forgot that Bullseye is mad at Fisk too. So yeah, that's an interesting reason for them to team up. I can see that, but I don't know how you team up with somebody who you can't trust and who has already tried to unalive you on multiple occasions in the past. I don't care if we got a common enemy. I don't think that I could just just let that go, even if we do have somebody that we share that we both don't like.
Do you think because of the suit, he's going to go back and forth between how he feels about
I'm assuming Vanessa will be in it. She was a big part of the Netflix show. She was a big part of season 1 of Daredevil Born Again. So I'm assuming that she's going to be in this one as well.
killing bad people, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Mr. Charles, Matthew Lillard's character, who is confirmed, they have confirmed it is Mr. Charles, faked Foggy's death. Fisk Empire crumbles when Foggy
Now they talk about that, about the Foggy actually not being unalived. That was a plot point in the comics as well. So I was wondering if they were going to do that. It does kind of cheapen everything that he went through in the first season, but I will be glad to see Foggy back if that's the case. I enjoyed him as a character and the actor who portrays him on the show.
Testifies against Red Hook, and BB Urich reveals the truth after Daniel accidentally reveals things he shouldn't have. Foggy is alive. Fisk hires the Hand Clan. Matt and Fisk end up in prison. Matt Murdock's identity is revealed. Appearances of swordsmen, Jessica Jones, Danny, Randall, and Elektra. And actually recently we have been hearing from Cryptic HD that Finn Jones could be appearing.
Yeah, I heard that. And Danny Randall, I don't know who Danny Randall is, but I could have sworn it was Danny Rand. But yeah, to see them come back in it, that would be cool. I hope that Mike Coulter is back as Luke Cage as well. Like I would love to see them sort of end the season with the Defenders sort of like restarting, or at least giving us a tease of them restarting.
He says, yes, I heard he will return / be teased in Daredevil Born Again season 2. So maybe Finn Jones doesn't show up in season 2. Maybe he shows up in season 3. Maybe he's just teased in season 2, or he could show up. Who knows? But this is actually insane. The Hand gets in there, and again, for Spider-Man Brand New Day, it said we know the Hand is going to be in there, and it's said to be ran by Tombstone, but it's also said that Tombstone has a boss. He is working for someone else as well.
Fisk.
Kingpin?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just saying.
Of course.
It sounds like they're setting it up pretty well for Kingpin to be a Spider-Man villain and us have this big crossover event with these street-level teams in Spider-Man. We learn more and more about this every day. So Matt and Fisk...
Now, if they do end up teaming up, I don't know when that's going to be. Like, we got Doomsday coming out, then you got Secret Wars. With everything changing after Doomsday, I don't know when you can fit in these guys all teaming up together. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know. They're not going to put them in the movie and make them a huge part of the movie. So I don't know when they would be able to get together to team up. Interesting. I mean, it looks like they're laying the groundwork for it, but we might be talking 5 years from now at this point.
In prison, and that's the sacrifice I think that they might adapt in this. So when the Shadowland story, when we were talking about the Shadowland story, we talked about sacrifice. I think this is the sacrifice that Matt ends up making. He ends up in prison to put Fisk in prison. Now, obviously, we know both of them aren't going to remain in prison, especially Kingpin gets out of prison a lot. He controls inside of prisons a lot, but I think this is going to happen. I was never sold on Foggy being dead. I just wasn't sold on it.
I won't say that I wasn't sold on it. I more so feel like that it was kind of wasted, but I don't think that I won't say that I thought that he was actually gone, but then, like I said, knowing the comics and having read them in the past, I know that they've done a plot before where he sort of faked his unaliveness. So, yeah, it makes sense that they're going to go through with that.
Did kind of give up hope as we got more and more into Daredevil Born Again season 1. You know, that's just... I kind of accepted it, but I don't know. A part of me was always holding on, believing that Foggy wasn't actually dead. And again, Karen's going to play a really big role in this, and Foggy returning to testify actually would be so cool. Now, going back to Matthew Lillard's character, Mr. Charles, actually being the one that saves him and kind of hiding him, this is what he actually had to say.
Yes, Patrick. Shaggy. I just now saw that. Yes.
He said, Dario brought me in to play Mr. Charles on Daredevil Born Again, who's like a CIA spook. He's a guy that controls power from afar. He helps nations rise and fall, but he's very clandestine, so he's not seen, really. He is not impressed by the powers of Vincent D'Onofrio's character Kingpin at all. He and I get into this really delicious struggle over power. It's good. It's fun.
Interesting.
That's what Matthew Lillard had to say about his character. So coming from him directly. So
cool to see Matt playing another serious character, man. Great actor.
And he doesn't he's not impressed with Kingpin's
no more Shaggy,
which is very interesting. So maybe he has been behind the scenes, again, clandestine, unseen, kind of playing chess, moving some pieces around. And one of those pieces could be Foggy based on this plot leak, which I think would just be so cool. Again, it's a plot leak. We take it with a grain of salt. If Foggy comes back alive, I'm still going to lose it. I think he needs to. I think I'm really glad.
All right. Awesome video, man. Awesome breakdown of that one as well. So yeah, it was fun watching that trailer for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Like I said, I have my regular reaction going up this week, so be on the lookout for that. All right, what we got up next? We're gonna do Scary Movie 6 up next. And the video that I'm watching on that is from 3C Films, and they do every reference that's in the trailer. So yeah, man, I'm a huge fan of the Scary Movie franchise. Love all of them. I think, and I say it in my review or my reaction to the trailer, but I feel like these movies are needed right now. We need some levity, we need some comedy, and I feel like these guys are going to be able to bring it. When I first heard that the movie was in development, probably like a year and a half ago, I got really excited then. There were some ups and downs where they thought that the movie wasn't going to actually end up coming out, but they ended up continuing and got the green light, and now we got a whole finished movie, man. I love it. And just watching the trailer is so nostalgic to see all the things that we like in these scary movies, and they're able to sort of spoof them and make fun of them and do so in a light that is desperately needed these days. Right. Speaking of Matthew Lillard, right? He was great in Scream, man. He was great in Scream. All right, let me switch my screen up and we will get into this one.
Finally been released officially online for everyone to watch, and good, because all I was doing this weekend was just watching people who have recorded it.
I love Anna Faris too, just FYI.
In their theater to hear that audience laugh and be reminded that comedy is back and that this movie looks freaking hilarious. But with this movie being a parody of horror movies and a lot of other things going on since the last scary
centers and everything too, I love it.
Movie, I thought it'd be best to do an Easter egg breakdown of as many references and things poking fun at our real world. But as I do this, please let me know, what did you think about this? Is it the perfect time to have Scary Movie 6 back in our lives? It feels like the perfect time, honestly.
I love his set design and his background, especially the Ninja Turtles at the bottom. Like, yeah, amazing.
We need to laugh. But enough yapping. Let's just get straight into this trailer. Okay, so the trailer opens up direct.
Megan, Katie's actually going to be Megan as we go to a comic convention in a few weeks. So she already has a cosplay for that. So yeah, I have to get some pictures and let you guys check it out.
Pulling from a scene of Scream 6. This is something that you always got to remember with the Scary Movie franchises. Although they make fun of a lot of different things in their movie, there is always that one main movie that they are using to copy the plot. And so with this one being a movie where they want to make fun of
love
prequels,
the Megan dance too.
It
cracks me up every time I see
in the horror genre, and that template involves bringing in old characters, new characters, and the killer from the first movie, aka parody Ghostface. So this movie will be copying a lot of plot points from Scream 5 and a bit of Scream 6. I'll point those out as we go along. But in this train sequence, we get a lot of horror characters that have had reboots or reboot sequels since the original Scary Movie, with Jason, who has to have the red on the mouth just for copyright reasons. Leatherface, who got the Netflix
like the bootleg versions of these folks too, man. It's hilarious. Like besides the actual, like, you know, the copyright stuff, they have to, like, they can't have them look spot on, because having them look spot on would make them kind of cool. But otherwise, like look at Leatherface here. He looks bad, and especially the hair, it looks so bad.
Reboot sequel that was awful. Hard Eyes, just to represent a recent killer, and also because it's a Paramount movie, so they want to also push along that, hey, Hard Eyes is now iconic. We get a shot of Megan doing her viral dance, but right behind her we get the Hook Man from the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies, a franchise that has also got
I didn't even recognize him back
recently there, and was one of the original movies they made fun of in the first Scary Movie. And there's honestly so much more. I mean, there's Pinhead, there's Chucky, there's Michael Myers, even Billy the Puppet.
Michael Myers, my favorite movie character of all time. Like, every movie of all time, by far my favorite character, and I will be cosplaying as him when we go to our C2E2 convention in a few weeks.
But I want to stick to some of the bigger references here because we do get a sign that says the train is going to Woodsville, which is the parody version of Woodsboro. There's not a lot of continuity they follow, but this might be the first scary movie that actually follows a little bit of continuity. I did find it funny this Ghostface was posing as a little girl, and then when he unmasks himself, he grows twice as large, which is a similar thing that was done in the recent Naked Gun movie where we
have you guys seen the new Naked Gun movie? I have not seen it, and it looks hilarious to me. I thought it was going to be funny, but I just have not had time to check it out. So, have any of you guys seen it? If you had, let me know if it was decent or not.
Had a little girl get unmasked and then a grown man appear. Not sure if that was on purpose or it was coincidental, but kind of funny that with parody movies coming back, they're even doing similar jokes. And just like in the scene with Mindy in Scream 6, this Ghostface stabs her in the stomach and we get our
I thought Scream 6 was good too. I heard Scream 7 is really bad though. Really bad.
The pronoun joke.
Not her! My pronouns are they, them.
And yeah, even though this trailer didn't officially release online until today, over the weekend, because of
the
people
pronoun
who filmed
joke
it
was
in theaters,
a little cringy, but the whole movie is gonna be cringy, so
people
it's all good.
Angry, offended by it, saying they shouldn't have done it, and I think all of that is really dumb. I personally,
that's what these movies are designed to do. They're designed to be offensive. They're designed to go after everyone. So I don't know why anybody would watch and be like, "Oh, I'm offended." Like, I mean, it's dumb. It's dumb when you think about it. Like people always have to be upset about something, and I get that, but I think that at certain points in times you need to let comedy be comedy. I hope they have like a crazy Karen in this. Like, speaking of Karen, there is a video game that just came out where you get to play as a Karen and like wreak havoc in like this mall. Oh man, if you haven't seen that before, please go check that out. It's on Steam right now. I haven't downloaded it or anything like that, but I did see the trailer for it.
don't think anything is off limits, especially a franchise like this where their roots are embedded in offensive, crude humor, as long as there's a genuine joke. The layers to this joke make it work where it doesn't feel like they're just trying to offend people. In fact, this character is named DEI, and that is a term that stands for diversity, equality, inclusion, something that some people have been trying to get rid of. You can even see she's holding a sign where she most likely got back from protesting of a book banning, because it says here, stop banning books. So to me, this character's whole purpose is to be making fun of
all these little things, man. Like I watched the trailer and laughed at it, but to like stop and look at it scene by scene, it's great, man. It's great. It's great. Okay, play some of what? Some of what, Patrick?
It's going to be the annoyingly politically correct person in the movie, and they'll be making jokes at that because Hollywood has gotten very sensitive.
All right, it's good.
That
okay,
also,
I'll go check that. I'll check it out, man.
Parodying Mindy,
I like the original Naked Gun
Brown,
movies.
who plays that character in real life, also goes by they them pronouns. So like, there's a lot of layers to it, and it's not a simple just dumb joke. We then quickly cut to a shot of Marlon Wayans, who says he's back, who's clearly streaming next to popular streamer Kai Cenat. They even have a crazy wheel of challenges behind them, like eat a cock.
Now, that's one thing that I don't like. Like I don't really like the like super hardcore IRL streams and people doing all these weird stunts, and they try to make it seem like that stuff is real. It is so scripted. I feel sorry for all those people who believe it and think that they are real. Like it's dumb. I feel sorry for folks who think that stuff is real. I mean, I respect the hustle, like Drewski, Kai Cenat, like I respect all of them. Like, go ahead, do your thing, but just not my vibe. Not my vibe. I don't know if he's gonna play that game or not. That would be funny though. That would be funny.
Cockroach, drink till you stink, and my personal favorite that I'd like to do, truth, dare, or gay shit. I'm taking gay shit every time. Now, look, I get some people are annoyed and not happy Kai Cenat is in this. Admittedly, it does take me out when an internet celebrity is in here, but if it's a 10-second, 15-second cameo, I won't mind it. And this is also another level of parodying that I'm iffy on, but I'm willing to see how it goes, because it's not just making fun of horror movies, it's making fun of how pop culture and our world has changed, and streamers are a big part of how some people consume stuff. And anybody who hates streamers, this
whatever. Don't be all, well, I'm a streamer, so they can't make fun of streamers. Like, they should make fun of streamers because some of that stuff is stupid.
scene is most likely going to be making fun of how stupid and idiotic they can be, so it's not really like it's praising them. Oddly enough, it's kind of an updated version from the rap scene in the original Scary Movie of just a couple of friends getting high and hanging out. What does that evolve to in our time? Couple of friends hanging out and streaming. We then get a shot of Greg, who you might know having a baby dick. He ended up becoming a cop, and I believe he's most likely talking to his son, who from their appearance is an obvious parody of Dylan Minette's character from Scream 5. They gave him the same blonde highlights and everything. And so again, here's a perfect example of bringing in old and new people and making fun of reboot sequels. We get a shot of a character named Tuesday, who's a parody of Jenna Ortega's Wednesday, even wearing the same color sweater that Jenna Ortega's Taro was wearing in the...
What was all the reason? And I never got into the whole reason behind the Scream series sort of being stopped to some degree. I know that there was a bunch of drama going on behind the scenes with like Jenna Ortega and some of the other folks that are in that movie. I never really figured out or really cared to invest to find out what was going on. I just know that the one that just came out is like being horribly reviewed. So I don't know if I'll be checking that one out anytime soon. Or if any of you guys seen it, let me know if it's halfway decent or not.
The opening of Scream 5. Naming the character Tuesday, though, I think is hilarious. They've always been known to do stuff like this with like the first Scary Movie. They had someone that was supposed to be making fun of Sarah Michelle Gellar, but because also in real life she had a popular show named Buffy, her character in Scary Movie 1 was named Buffy. It's crazy that parody movies have these traditions and callback jokes, and they're able to pull them off organically in
Rupert
this
Grint
movie.
has a
We
kid
then
called
move on
Tuesday.
to a
Really?
house that is
Wow.
heavily guarded with the door opening and finally revealing to us Anna Faris as Cindy, and my goodness, I cannot tell you how happy I am to see Anna Faris back in this role. To me, this is one of the funniest characters in movie history. Saying this respectfully, she has the perfect mannerisms of just a dumb blonde, and the way she delivers lines, says jokes, always
Anna
had me
Faris
on
is
the
great,
floor
man.
laughing throughout the Scary Movie franchise, and bringing her back just feels like Tobey Maguire coming back in a Spider-Man movie.
I don't know
That's
about
how
that,
deep it
bro.
is for me.
I don't know if
she's
it's that
clearly
good.
going to be parodying Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode from Halloween 2018, a reboot sequel, and this makes such perfect sense within the story.
Jamie
All
Lee
these
Curtis
years
is a
later,
legend
she's
too, though.
paranoid, she's lost.
Jamie Lee Curtis is a legend too. I love her in all the Halloween movies, even in the new ones. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen all of those. Of course, I've seen them, but even in the new ones, she's great. She plays a great character in there.
Locked up just like Jamie Lee, except I think this is a much funnier version because I felt it was a little exaggerated in Halloween 2018, and here they can make fun of that exaggeratedness. I do see some people confusing it and saying this is actually a reference to Final Destination Bloodline, since that also had a crazy lady who had surrounded her house and stuff. And while maybe they could be, this is definitely mostly a Halloween 2018 reference. But she opens the door to her daughter, who I believe is supposed to be named Sarah, and her boyfriend, who are again supposed to be copycats of Sam and Richie from Scream 5. It looks like Ghostface will be targeting her, and she'll be going to her mother for advice, and she has faced this killer before, and they have to solve the mystery. There's even hints in the trailer that their relationship is a little rocky, because when we get to the Terrifier section, where they parody the moment from Terrifier...
Have you guys seen the Terrifier movie? Or any of the Terrifier movies? I saw the first one and I loved it. Saw the second one and I thought it was saw the third one and it was better than the second one, but still not as good as the first one. But like I do love them. I think that they're so gory that it makes you not be afraid of them, and you kind of just have to like laugh it off because it's so over the top gross. But it's definitely like a tradition to watch them on Halloween now. Like, I love them. Love them.
Terrifier 3, where Art the Clown takes over Mall Santa, this actually looks to be a flashback scene to her childhood, where Cindy can be seen as a bad mother, unattentive, setting up that they have a bit of a rocky relationship. I think that's really funny, and even in the same sequence, there are two cameos behind Cindy, one of Michael Levy, a producer on the Terrifier franchise, and Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp, and was also in Terrifier 2. From there, though, we get the
Sleepaway Camp, classic.
reunion we've all been waiting for. Brenda and Cindy
Regina
hugging it
Hall.
out and coming together. I think the Republican joke was also one of the funniest jokes in here.
Should we hug? I really want to, but I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist.
And again, not even so much.
That's great.
much to make fun of Republicans, but just because of how sensitive and weird things have gotten politically in our world, it's nice that they're willing to tackle that stuff. But during this reunion is where we actually get the information that Shorty from the first movie is dead. We know this because up on the wall, they have a photo of Shorty from the scene where he went, along with his bong that has been covered in gold for his memory. Pretty funny detail, meaning that Marlon Wayans is not playing the exact same character from the first movie. He's actually a new character and most likely the son or nephew of Shorty, because this is also a reference to Scream 5 where they had Randy's picture up on the wall remembering him, and that was the nephew. And so that means this character would be a version of Chad from Scream 5. And that makes a lot of sense with his appearance, because it definitely looks like Marlon Wayans is trying to look 10, 20 years younger than he actually is. And I'm not gonna lie, he actually is kind of pulling it off. Regina Hall is gonna be parodying Ma. You could tell from the wig and the clothing, and that movie for some reason has had like a cultural meme impact where people bring up the movie Ma. So it's nice that they included that in here, and it recently got announced that Ma will actually be getting a sequel. From here, we directly start getting parody.
I don't know if I don't know if it deserves a sequel. It was a decent movie, but I don't know if it deserves a sequel. Yeah, I don't think it deserves a sequel.
He's of Sinners with Jack O'Connell's character at the door.
Saw Sinners as well. Didn't quite live up to the hype for me, but I thought it was a good movie. It was a good movie. Didn't quite live up to the hype though.
Trying to be led into the party where we get the best joke of the entire trailer.
Here to drink, play bad music, do some half gay shit.
Why just half gay?
Gay Ray is back. I think the funniest running joke in that original Scary Movie is all the times Ray clearly acted like a gay man, only for the movie to end.
I ain't gay.
On a side note though, I've also missed seeing Shawn Wayans and even just the brothers together. I was someone that watched a lot of their comedy growing up, including the Wayans Brothers show. And I feel like Shawn Wayans had like disappeared for a while where he just didn't do any movies when I enjoyed seeing them.
Ma is good, but it's not, I don't think it deserves a sequel. It was a good story. It was a good story. Not sequel worthy, but it seems like everything gets a sequel these days.
And like Little Man, Don't Be a Menace. And so I'm really happy not just to see Ray, but Shawn Wayans doing some stuff, because I think he's got funny comedic chops. And even the other scene where they're also parodying Sinners of him entering the church, I'm really curious if anybody can figure out what the outfit is, because that's the only part of this trailer I don't know the reference or the joke. From there though, we get a scene of Anna Faris, who is fighting off a bunch of ghost faces, holding a bunch of glizzies that I'm most likely gonna have to blur out for safety. And this is actually a clever callback to how in the first Scary Movie they were making fun of a Keanu Reeves action movie, The Matrix, and had a whole fight scene. Anna Faris will be doing that again, except we're doing it with the modern Keanu Reeves action movie, John Wick, and that's what she is seen wearing, with the wig glizzies and the suit of John Wick, while also taking
John Wick didn't have the glizzies
though. Popular movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, where they had a fight scene using glizzies. They're gonna make fun of the hypnotizing scene from Get Out. That's one of the obvious ones they had to make fun of.
Have you guys seen Get Out? Nah, that's a good movie. I watched Get Out on a plane ages ago, and I had been waiting to see it, and I knew that I was going to be taking a trip, so I waited until I got on a plane to watch it. But yeah, great movie. I think I've seen it like 3 times at this point, but yeah, great movie. Along
with other Jordan Peele movies, so I'm glad they're doing it, and I can't wait to see the rest of this scene play out. We have Gale Hailstorm and Doofy returning, where again they're just copying a scene from Scream 5 down to even the outfit of Gale
Don't
Hailstorm.
Be a Menace is a classic.
Is where I have seen some fans actually confused and even a little upset, because if you remember at the end of the first Scary Movie, Doofy is the mastermind. He is the ghost face by the end, and people are like, wait, why is he acting like an idiot again? Is he actually going to be the killer again? What's going on? I'm like, guys, there is no continuity. There is never a lore in these movies. Yeah, Chris, but Shorty's dead, and he's still dead now. He's only still dead now because it fits into the movie they're trying to make fun of. Every Scary Movie reset the continuity and would even bring back characters that died.
The original ending in Get Out? I don't know what the original ending is. I didn't know that there was a different one.
Disappear between movies. That is the fun of the Scary Movie franchise, is that they can just do whatever they want. So yeah, although Doofy might have been the killer killer in the original, and maybe they'll tie it back somehow in this. Don't be surprised if it's never addressed how he was the original killer. From there, we get a scene of Cindy who reunites with her boyfriend Bobby from the first movie, who's been infected with the smile curse, meaning the movie Smile will be another thing they make fun of. I really like
All right, did you like the movie Smile? I enjoyed the movie Smile. I thought that was good. I think there's either a second one coming out or is already out, or they're about to make a third one. Like, I don't remember which one it is, but yeah, I thought the Smile movie was good. The first one. I don't know if there's a second one. I don't think I've seen that one yet.
This, and even her hitting him with the poop pan works for me. To me, this feels like Cindy's gonna go through all the people in her past trying to figure out who Ghostface is. So this will probably be one of her first stops when it's like, well, Bobby
he goes
was the
to
killer
prison in
so
it?
let's go see
Oh,
what he's been
man.
up to. And he's in an
Wow,
insane
I'm gonna have to look that
asylum
up.
because,
Do they have that ending online somewhere? Yeah, I need to check that out.
even though there's no strict continuity, him being in an insane asylum since he was one of the killers in the first movie organically works, so then they can have a scene where they make fun of the movie Smile. That's where they would follow some continuity. A shot of them making fun of weapons and kids running down the street to where even one of them...
Okay, another movie, Weapons. Did you guys see Weapons? I thought that Weapons was good. I did not think that it was everything that it was cracked up to be. People had made it sound like it was like the greatest horror movie that anybody had ever seen, this amazing thriller. And I thought it was good, but like some of the stuff just didn't add up for me. And it was a little bit anticlimactic at the end. Like, I wanted to know more about I think it was his aunt. I wanted to know more about the aunt. And from what I heard, they're going to do like a prequel movie to that. So I'm interested in that. But I was wanting more out of that movie and did not get it. Did not get it. But more power to them. I'm glad that it was successful. But yeah, I just didn't get everything that I wanted it. Yeah, like you said, KR, like the hype behind it was crazy. Like, they were making it seem like it was just this greatest movie, and I saw it and I was like, oh, okay, it was good. But yeah, I love stuff in movies like this that have like the horror element and the mystery element in it as well. But this one just didn't quite do it for me. Just didn't quite do it for me.
Gets run over. This is a recurring joke in the Scary Movie franchise, or even
people always get hit by cars in Scary Movie.
Always gets run over by a car for no reason, and I laugh every time, honestly. The butler from Scary Movie 2 is coming back with
strong
a little hand, and he's gonna be Longlegs, the Nicholas
with the little hand. I still say that to this day. Reach over here, it's my strong hand. Or when he was like mixing the potatoes, or the taters, when he was mixing the potatoes with his hand. Oh my God, man, that's classic. Just classic. Patrick says alternative endings in original ending. Chris unalives Rose and is arrested by the police. Rod then visits him in jail, where Chris insists the threat has been stopped.
Cage character. I can't wait to see what song they maybe choose to have this guy sing the way
Hill said he originally intended the ending to reflect the realities of racism, but later shifted approach after considering the cultural moment and audience reactions at test screenings, I'm guessing. Okay. Opting for a more hopeful resolution while still preserving a brief moment where viewers might fear Chris will be arrested. Peele considered several other endings, including one in which Rod finds Chris at the estate but realizes Chris is no longer himself. Oh, sort of like the other guy in there. Yeah, he was there, but he just wasn't right. He wasn't right.
In Longlegs. A shot of Ghostface using the stuff from the substance. Very well deserved that the substance gets thrown.
Okay, The Substance. I have not seen that movie. I heard good things about it. I know Demi Moore got like nominated for a bunch of awards for that movie, but I haven't seen it yet. You guys seen that one? Let me know. Like, you guys are my reference on all this stuff.
In here, and I wonder how they play off that joke, because in The Substance, the stuff turns you into a more sexy version of yourself, and he is injecting somebody with the stuff, so who knows what they come out looking like. Now, the actual ending of this trailer is different than the theatrical version. Now, that could be for two different reasons. One, if you saw the theatrical trailer, it's the Wayans brothers making a joke saying, what's Halloween without Jamie Lee? Or Scream without about Sydney. And Marlon Wayne's responding, well, that would be Scream 6. I think they used that in the theatrical trailer because it was exclusive to screenings in front of Scream 7. And so that's a joke that would be very niche and targeted at Scream fans. So it would play better with them. And it really did. A lot of people in my theater were laughing at that. But the other thing is I noticed they were wearing Ghostface robes during that scene. And so I wonder if maybe that's why they removed it from the online trailer, because that would give away the brothers or Ghostface in this movie. And maybe that makes some of you mad to know that, but Scary Movie has never really been about, oh, who's the killer?
I couldn't care less with who the actual killer is in the movies. Like it doesn't matter. It's hilarious either way. Like I don't even care. Like it, and half of the movie doesn't make sense anyway. Like there's so many things that happen and go about in that movie that just make zero sense. So I'm totally fine with it not making sense. Now, when you go to the Marvel stuff or, DC stuff or any other genre, like I need those movies to make sense. Like I was just watching Bridgerton season 4 now? Whatever the current season of Bridgerton is. And there was one thing, like I was with it the entire way through. Like I enjoyed it. And then there was something that happened that didn't make like actual sense to me. Like there was a character who did something and it just didn't make sense. Like no normal rational person would have that reaction to what was going on or would act that way. And it just totally took me out. But this, nah, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, it doesn't have to make sense as long as it's funny.
The motive. This is not Scream. This is a comedy. The killer could be a dog by the end of the movie.
Yeah, you're probably right, Patrick. It'll make sense at the end.
I don't think it's a big deal if they just spoiled who Ghostface is. So instead, in the online trailer, they gave us a different scene of Cindy's daughter who's being chased by Ghostface in a similar moment from the movie Smile. But here she's yelling for help, and we see that the nurses and doctors are yelling at her because they're currently on break. This character is actually named Nurse Ratchet, and she's gonna be used, I guess, as a stereotype to make fun of Ratchet people. It even says Ratchet on her water bottle. But the real joke of this moment is her refusing to help because all the workers are on break. I'm thinking this is a gag at Scream 5 where they had a whole hospital floor to themselves and there were no employees in sight when Ghostface was attacking. In the same moment, you can see also one of the other employees is eating a meal that was shown off in Weapons of the multiple hot dogs, chips, and cookies, a meal of champions. And that's the stuff I love to see, is them genuinely making fun of the movies we like. So honestly, man, I could not be happier with this trailer. I am so excited for this movie. It is now easily my most anticipated of this year, if I'm being honest. Genuinely, it is up there with me.
No, I won't say that it's my most anticipated movie of the year. There's a bunch of other movies that I am, more excited to see, but this one is definitely on that. It's definitely on that list. Like I said at the very beginning, I feel like we need more movies like this. We need more comedies. We need more people making fun of pop culture, and I think that this sort of revival of this, like, it's gonna be popular. I can almost guarantee you that this movie is going to make a bunch of money, and there are going to be a lot of people that are going to go see it. There's going to be some controversial things in it too that are going to make people talk about it, and it's going to get like news coverage and stuff, and they're going to say, oh, did they go too far? Like, no, whatever it is, they didn't go too far, and I'm certain that I will be there to watch it. Like, I just know that I'm going to be there to watch it, so I can't wait for this one.
Wanting to see Spider-Man and Avengers Doomsday. That's how insanely excited I am for this. I almost don't want to watch any more trailers. I can't have any more jokes for this.
See, same thing, man. Like I don't want to watch all the next trailer for this because I feel like it's going to spoil some of the jokes. But it's really like that with comedy movies because you do have individual jokes. Like it's one thing in a trailer that you watch that's a drama or action movie and they spoil some of the action beats or they give you a little snippet of a part that is filled with action. But I feel like in a movie that's a comedy, you only have so many jokes you can get off. And if they start burning through those jokes in the trailer and you go there and you already know the jokes, like then it's not going to be anywhere near as entertaining. So yeah, I might have to be like him and not watch that next trailer just so I'm not spoiled of anything that they talk about in there.
movie ruin, because I know once they reveal more trailers, more things, they're gonna give away the best jokes and gags. But I'd throw it off to you guys. What did you think of all these Easter eggs, references, things you liked, things you hope to see? Anything, everything, be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films.
All right. Yes. 3C Films, man. Thank you guys for that recap. Truly appreciate that. And yeah, that was our recap breakdown watch through of everything that was referenced in the Scary Movie 6 trailer. So yeah, that was fun, man. Can't wait to watch that movie. Can't wait. All right, next up we have Euphoria, and it is the season 3 trailer for Euphoria. Now, Katie is going to come and join me for this one and the trailer for The Boys. So let me scoot over a little bit in preparation of her arrival. In the meantime, Maddie is here. Come here, Maddie. Come here. Stand up, say hi. This is Maddie right here. Oh my God.
My name's Mac, and I'm also here.
Jeez, our big oaf back there. That's Mac. But yeah, this is Maddie. Look at her on stream.
Oh, Matt.
This is Maddie, girl.
Even cuter, your little feet at the
I
at the
know.
desk. They're just make her wave.
Yep. Say hi, Maddie.
Maddie. Hi, baby girl. Who's a good girl?
It's like, I am also a good boy. If anybody cares to see me,
I'm also a bowl in a cheddar shop and gonna knock over.
we'll knock everything over. Yeah. All right, so yeah.
Value will be down the toilet.
Katie's gonna come over and join us for the Euphoria trailer.
Hello.
With all the snackies too, all the Kit Kats, which are gross.
Okay, first off, he's saying I have all the snacks. I brought over
I
like
got
4
a bucket.
Kit Kats. He's got a full bucket.
But they're all the same thing. They're all the same thing.
Okay, and mine are all the same thing. I have like
yours are gross.
4 mini Kit
Your
Kats.
water is cold, so I'm gonna take it and give you mine that isn't as cold because I know you don't really care, but I do.
I mean, I don't, but rude.
All right.
Hi guys.
So yes,
I'm
Katie
still
is
alive.
joining us for Euphoria trailer, and then we're gonna do The Boys season 5.
Who's
trailer.
here? We got
Patrick is
Ryan,
here.
Michael, KR, Patrick.
Yep.
Hi, friends.
Yes. But yeah, so how are you first off? Good?
I'm pretty good.
Okay.
This man was a sweet pea and gave me like this spa treatment earlier today for the first time ever, and it was much appreciated and valued and loved. And yeah, he hates feet. I got my feet done. This was all his idea.
Yep.
He did a face scrub and lotion and all this stuff just spontaneously. So
And now I need it because I got like a pimple here, and I got one.
that's Dale.
here.
Who's that one?
Earl.
I thought
His
it was,
name is Earl.
I thought it was Fergus.
No, it was like Dale and Dale 2, remember?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
KR said, Patrick said, I finally let you out the basement.
I know. I know. I'm wearing so much blush. I'm so pale. I've just been stuck down there. And no sunlight. Awful.
KR says, am I the only one who keeps Kit Kats in the fridge?
I've never tried that.
I could see that being good.
Also, I tried a new coffee shop the other day, and because I like to support like the small business coffee shops, because why not? And the guy there, I rolled up and he's like, here's our menu. It was like a paper menu. I was like, okay, you're cute. And the business, not him, but whatever, you know what I mean. So anyway, he was like, well, what do you like? And he was like, hot or iced? And I was like, iced. And so he's like, well, what's your favorite candy? And I was like, a Kit Kat. And he's like, I can make you something that tastes like a Kit Kat. And I was like, okay. And this dude, I don't know how he managed to make something taste entirely like a Kit Kat, but have it just be liquid coffee. But he did it. It wasn't even on the menu. He just whipped this up. I was like, I'll be back.
I know you had told me about it, but I didn't know how it actually turned out. So it was good.
No, it was phenomenal. Like for him, it's like, you know how like a bartender can whip up crazy drinks that are really good? Well, a barista can too. And this guy, mad skills. Like, I'm telling you, he didn't have anything on the menu talking about like candy or anything that was already this concoction. He just was like, I can make you something that tastes like a Kit Kat, and whipped it up.
Yeah.
So next time I roll in, I'm going to come up with a different candy and see if he can do it again.
Okay. And you got to let me try it.
Anyway, but I love Kit Kats. I haven't tried it in the fridge, but the coffee that tasted like a Kit Kat was cold, and that was awesome. So I will now be putting these in the fridge. Thank you, KR. As always, for having the same palate as me.
Patrick is giving me beauty tips right now. He told me to use toothpaste, which I told you about.
He used toothpaste. I've never in my life used toothpaste, but he put some on, and I was like, okay.
She also gave me some acne cream that I used. It's for whatever reason, I'm going through puberty finally. Finally, guys, finally.
He's going through reverse puberty. He's going to be on here next time like, it's me, JD.
Right. It's me, Pimple Face. Hi, guys. How's it going? Sound like Mickey Mouse.
I'm JD, but this is George and Henry.
It's
Larry,
Dale,
Curly, Mo.
Dale and Dale, too, remember?
Yeah.
They're all Dales.
I'm just saying next time.
So, that's not what you guys are here for. You guys are here to discuss Euphoria.
I think I've missed them because I've talked to.
You mean like me? You don't talk to me?
You, but I'm talking to them also.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just random stuff. Like we talk about favorite candy. I got a buddy shaped Kit Kat, but somehow he came out beheaded.
Oh, no. Poor guy.
I guess that was the fate.
I was going to say you were going to eat him anyway. But Euphoria season 3 just had their trailer drop, and I don't know if you guys have seen Euphoria before, but it is the most hot mess, train wreck, well acted, drama filled show that I've ever seen. Yeah, it's it's very intense. It's often graphic in every sense of the word. Yeah.
Grandmother, do not watch with your postal worker. Do not watch with your children.
Yeah, it's not one of those shows where somebody like in our house we have a giant window in our living room, and I have a giant TV mounted on the wall. So it's not one of those shows that you want to be watching with the curtains open, because somebody walking by might see some real crazy stuff. But it's a great show. Great show. Yes, KR says Bad Decisions the series. Yes, like pretty much. Pretty much. Like it's a train wreck that you can't stop watching. Like I love it. I don't think that we'd be able to stream it, even with the little stuff on the bottom, like the way we blur it out. I don't think we could do it, man.
I've seen a lot.
I don't think we could do it.
My little innocent eyes are scarred.
Okay. Patrick said you sound far away. I had just adjusted the sound, so maybe I messed it up.
First he keeps me in the basement. Then he tries to silence
Push that up. Your mic is coming loose again. Just. No.
Well, this is gonna have you handle it. Great. Then it's you. Scary, but the lotion.
And so he's just priming me for something.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna be like that bunny, the little Kit Kat bunny, in a little bit.
Yeah, you had it turned off.
I had it turned off.
Yep, it was you.
I didn't touch it.
Yeah, you did. It was you.
He invited me on here and then didn't want me to speak.
All right. Whatever. Since she can't own up to her own mistakes, we're just gonna go ahead and go on. Anyway, Euphoria season 3. Now this trailer, we react to it. I can't wait till Katie sees the thumbnail that I came up with for this. Oh man, I hope YouTube doesn't ban or give me a strike just for the thumbnail that I made. But you guys will see it later on in the week. I think I got this one coming out on Thursday or Friday. So
Euphoria, the one thing I'll say that's phenomenal about it is the acting. I mean, it is off the charts. You have 4 incredible big name actors now, young people, but huge names. So I mean, Jacob, he was just in, you say it.
Frankenstein.
Well, yes, and what's the other one he's in?
I don't know. Oh, Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering
Heights.
That's what I was gonna let you say it. No,
one of our most viewed trailer reactions of the year, Wuthering Heights, which I knew it was gonna be because like we had fun doing that one. That was fun.
Yep.
That was fun, but
all the wuthering. I've never said that word in my life, but whatever. Yeah, he's been like,
look ever.
He's been in like a little What?
When I was talking about the
Oh yeah.
thumbnail,
Oh, I know.
he gave me a dirty look.
He deserved that. Yeah, no, he was in like a lot of little chick stuff, you know, like chick flick movies, but then he went to this, and then he went to like big shows. So he is amazing. He's one of my favorites. Zendaya obviously is phenomenal in everything she does. Who she just married Tom, so congrats Tom and Zendaya.
Yes,
if you're
from
this.
Watch Stuff With Us.
Yeah,
Thank you guys. I know you watch all the time.
I missed the invite, but it's okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, then you got the other two. You got the one I forgot her name, but she's in House of Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon. She's doing great in that. My gosh. And then what's her fanny?
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
Literally, what's her fanny?
Sydney Sweeney's just out there
living her best life,
doing stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, as you'll see in this trailer too. Here comes dirty look number 2.
All right, let me switch my screen before she murders me. Unalives me, I should say. All right. So here we go.
Is Zendaya
Breakdown.
out now from the show? No, she's in the show.
Yeah, she's still in it.
She's still like main chica.
Why did I just decide to eat it right now?
Oh, I don't know. What's that like? Every time I try to eat something, you're always like, "Oh, this is Watch Stuff With Us. I'm JD," and I'm like, "Katie."
All right, I'm good now. This one is done by Media Breakdown, another channel that I like. And they just talk about the trailer and give some theories on some of the things that are going on in it. So, like I said, I can't really watch the trailers on here because they get us popped off, but obviously this is working, so I'm happy. But anyway, check out Euphoria Season 3. Go back and watch the other seasons alone or with somebody that you are cool with watching very inappropriate things with.
They're heavy. Like they're twisted and they're heavy. So don't expect it to be lighthearted and something to breeze through.
No. There are some funny moments, but the heavier moments
few
are
and far
there.
between.
The graphic moments are almost always there.
It's the ultimate drama in like the most teenage.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be
messed up
teenage.
way.
And they're supposed to be like high school
Oh
kids.
yeah, no. My
Like,
high school experience was nothing like this.
when I saw the first episode, the first thing I did after I finished was message one of my guys. And I was like, bro, have you seen the first episode of Euphoria? Yes. Is high school really like that nowadays? Like, I asked her, like, is high school like that for kids nowadays? Because I have a daughter who's 17, junior in high school. And I'm like, if her high school experience is like this, I'm going to homeschool her for her last year and a half.
I never went to a high school party because I was in the band, so therefore that kind of made me lame. But yeah, I wasn't one of the cool cats, so I never went. But I have a very strong feeling it was nothing like this at all. At all. This is like beyond extreme.
Yeah,
Where
crazy.
are their parents?
Right. Go watch it. Well, we know where some of their parents are, but go watch it. Go watch it. But anyway, we're gonna
Also,
do
rest
season
in peace
3.
to my favorite character of the show and favorite actor.
Eric Dane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Eric Dane.
No,
Great.
my other second one.
Oh, Angus Cloud.
Angus Cloud, yeah, but
Yeah.
Eric too. Gosh, I forgot him also.
Yep,
I love them both. Okay, my 2 favorites, even though Eric's was creepy as heck.
Yeah, great actor. Creepy role in here.
Anyway.
After years of anticipation, the Season 3 trailer of Euphoria finally arrives, and it makes one thing painfully clear. This is no longer a high school story. The trailer signals a bold reinvention of the series, shifting its focus from teenage chaos to adult consequences. With a confirmed time jump, darker visual language.
Yeah, this one takes place 3 years after the end of season 2.
Even
so
though they have
they're all out of
looked
high school.
the exact same
Right.
every season.
Right.
Because they've been in their 20s every
Right.
season. But
Right.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll imagine.
Patrick says, is the TV show an exaggeration take from real life?
Oh, it's beyond
yes,
that.
it's like if you could imagine all the crazy bad things you could possibly do in high school and like magnify them times like 10, that's probably, I mean, maybe this is like what high school is like for someone out there, but like it is not the common experience for high school. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Sorry, I had to check what words I can say. Yeah, it's like
no, don't say either of them, but you can allude to them.
it's a lot of rated R stuff.
Yeah.
And PG-13 and R. It's substance.
Not PG-13. It's a lot of R-rated stuff.
Mostly R, but a lot of
substance abuse.
Substance abuse, and this is with kids apparently.
Mm-hmm.
A lot
high
of
school kids.
Intercourse stuff. And by substance abuse, I'm not just talking like about vaping. I'm talking about like hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
You see them like spiraling out. A lot of popularity click stuff, but like dark and like these kids are mean.
Yep. Mean. They go through a lot of stuff. They treat each other horribly. Yep. They do a lot of bad things
a lot of selling illegal stuff, a lot of
Yep. One girl ended up on like OnlyFans, and another one who got abused by their dad, another one who lost their dad to cancer, and then because of that has completely fallen off track.
And like they all know each other, they all hang out, and it's just horrible.
Yep.
It's pretty darn bad. So yeah.
But it's good though. Watch it.
It's good bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even like entertaining. It's like you watch it and it is entertaining, just entertaining in a different way.
I will say though, the way it's filmed, like the production quality is amazing. The music, the soundtrack is amazing.
Very good.
And their acting is beyond great. It's really, really good. So I'd say at least check out the first couple episodes of season 1. Give it a try. See what you think. It's whack. It's twisted. Like you're gonna be messed up in the head for a little bit, but it's cool. It's good.
Yep. Patrick says I finished secondary school at 15, so I'm guessing this is the college university stuff in the UK. Whatever the worst possible college stuff could be, yes.
Secondary school, is that high school?
Yeah.
At 15.
Yeah.
Dude, are you like a genius?
Right.
Are you like one of those that went to college at like
17.
15 or 16? Like that's insane. I started high school at 15. I started year 9 at 15. So
in fractured versions of characters we once knew, Euphoria Season 3 looks poised to be the show's most unsettling chapter yet. This breakdown unpacks the trailer scene by scene, exploring what it reveals about Rue.
Jules is looking rough.
Jules is looking a little, yeah. She been some places.
Rough.
Well, I mean,
yeah, she has.
Also looking...
Yeah, Rue looks like Rue, but Jules is looking rough. Oh, July, baby. Okay, I get it. Delayed, or it started early. But still, finished at 15. Like, yeah, that's
not how the U.S. works. We go to school from, well, there's preschool, but kindergarten you start at age 5 or 6, and then, you go all the way through 12th grade, which people are 17 or 18 usually, and then they graduate and go to college, so. And secondary school is 11 through 16. Okay, so it's like junior high. I was wondering if that was like second school. Okay, junior high. So, yeah, that's 13 and 14 here. Sometimes 12, 13,
So,
14.
yeah, what would high school be there? Or
apparently
what is it called?
17, 18 or something.
Okay.
Primary? No, primary would be elementary, I think.
Yeah.
Nate, Jules,
Patrick's still a
Maddie,
genius, I feel.
Lexi, and the overarching themes driving this new era. The most important revelation comes almost immediately. Season 3 takes place roughly 5 years after Season 2. The familiar hallways of East Highland High are gone, replaced by adult spaces, cheap apartments, foreign streets, Hollywood offices, and dimly lit rooms that feel more dangerous than nostalgic. This jump fundamentally changes the show's DNA. Where earlier seasons examined identity through adolescence, Season 3 explores what happens when trauma follows you into adulthood. These characters are no longer protected by youth or excuses. Every decision now has permanent consequences.
That will be cool to see them kind of transition into adulthood. That's not a point that I had thought of before, but yeah, doing all of these crazy things at an early age would have an effect like
I mean, obviously
on
they're
you later on.
continuing those crazy things as adults
Right,
too,
right,
but now
but-
it's like you have to figure out how to survive.
Right. Now you don't have the excuse of being young anymore. You know, like
Mhm.
you don't get those extra chances. So yeah, that's an interesting
You don't have
way
the
of thinking
routine
about
of school to keep you in line. You don't have your parents possibly. To keep you
Right.
in
Yeah,
line,
that's a
so-
totally different way of thinking about it. I like that.
The trailer's pacing reflects this shift. Shots linger longer. Silence replaces chaos. The mood feels heavier, slower, and more deliberate, suggesting that Season 3 will be less about explosive drama and more about emotional aftermath. At the emotional center remains Rue Bennett, portrayed by Zendaya. But this is not the Rue we left behind. The trailer places Rue outside the U.S., strongly hinting at Mexico, immediately raising questions. Is she hiding? Has she fled?
Yeah, 100% Rue is on the run from someone. She ended the last season doing some crazy stuff and ending up on the run.
I mean,
so.
it kind of says who she's. I mean, you kind of can figure out who
Right.
she's trying to run from.
Because
She got
initially
caught
it was
up
that
in
lady.
bad
It was
stuff.
that lady that she
Mhm.
had initially bought
A
that stuff in the
dealer.
briefcase from.
Yeah.
And oh my God. Like that was so crazy. Like she did all of this stuff to
Mhm.
get these illegal substances and ended up just using the illegal substances herself. Like she was like a straight addict.
Mhm.
Like just I mean you have
like,
all
like,
this
kidnap,
stuff. You have all this stuff and you end up using it just for yourself. Like she wasn't even out there trying to distribute it, which is what she was supposed to
Yep.
be doing.
Nope. She was
She
just
ended up
such an addict
using
that
it
she
all
just,
herself.
like briefcase.
Yes. Like crazy, man.
It was nuts.
Crazy.
Just totally strung out.
Crazy. And she's a very frustrating character on this show. She is someone that you want to root for, but she's
she
also
just doesn't get it together.
she doesn't get it together,
And she's not a good
I
person.
was gonna say she's a bad person too.
Yeah.
Like it's tough when you watch a show like this because you want to have a person that you kind of root for, but there aren't many characters in this show that you like really want to root for. Like I feel like
My boy, but
I mean, but he did
Angus.
he did a bunch of horrible stuff
but
too.
his heart was like
Yeah, his heart was good.
He was
His heart
trying to
gold.
survive. Is why he was doing what he was doing because he had like his little brother living with him, and they didn't. I don't think they had parents. Like he was
Yeah.
trying his best.
No.
Angus Cloud, my goodness, he was phenomenal on this and in real life, and I'm still sad about that loss. Truly.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like he was the only one that had a heart in the whole show. So
Yeah. And like I said, he had heart, but he did a whole bunch of bad stuff too.
Patrick, to answer your question,
She already has one.
She already has.
No, twice.
Yep.
Because she did it once before the show started, and that's
Yep.
how the show started. And then at the end of season 1, she did it again.
Yeah, she kind of keeps going into
So,
that.
yeah,
and I know
man.
when you have an addiction, you're just going to keep going into it.
Mhm.
I lost a good friend to that too. Just he couldn't get away from it. Just pulls you back in, and you
Mm-hmm.
love the feeling of it. And yeah, it's an addiction. I mean, I love coffee, so
I love Red Bull. Found a new one today. Got a new fix today.
you're welcome.
All right. This is my jailer.
Technically, I am your fix. You love me.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Only
Me,
slightly addicted.
Red Bull. We're
Yeah.
close.
Neck and neck. Neck and neck.
To escape the drug dealers she owes money to? Or is she running from herself? Her voiceover is quieter than before, less sarcastic, more reflective. She speaks about life, faith, and regret. This suggests Rue's arc may pivot away from pure addiction survival and toward existential reckoning. She isn't just trying to stay sober anymore. She's trying to understand whether redemption is even possible. Visually, Rue is often shown alone. Wide shots isolate her against empty landscapes, reinforcing the idea that adulthood hasn't freed her. It's made her loneliness more pronounced.
Can I just
Season
say,
3
what is she wearing half the time?
I don't know, man.
Like, she always wears the craziest clothes in this show.
Yeah.
Like, she just went to Goodwill and grabbed the first 3 things she saw.
Right. Came into the store, grabbed things, and then wear.
I just
I
had to
think
say
that
Like,
just.
it's funny. It's not even like she tries. She just grabs whatever.
I think that just goes to show her mental state and
I
her
guess
sort
it's
of like
good that
well-being.
she found clothes. I mean, she,
Right. But I mean, I think it just shows her mental state and her well-being, and that That isn't what matters to her. Like, but not in a good way. Like, there's some people who don't really care about what they look like. But I feel like she doesn't care what she looks like because she's focused on all the wrong things.
Yeah.
And she cares about those things much more than she cares about everything else.
You could be right. Hence why she doesn't take care of her hygiene either.
Yes.
He appears to
She
frame
looks like she
Rue
stinks.
as someone haunted not by temptation, but by memory. The trailer's most
That is
shocking
accurate.
moments revolve around Cassie Howard and Nate Jacobs.
Oh, Cassie.
Cassie, now an adult, is portrayed as an online content creator.
Yep, Cassie is in OnlyFans, or whatever the show equivalent of OnlyFans is. If you had to guess her character's arc while watching the show, you would think that this is how she would turn out. Like,
Oh yeah,
this
100%.
is what she would do.
This is kind of how she started too.
But
like
it's weird though, because Nate is so controlling of her that, like, oh, he doesn't know. I forgot they explained that in the trailer, because he like walks in on her like all posed up on a bed. But Nate, her boyfriend, played by Jacob Elordi, is like super controlling of her, abusive and controlling. And
I mean, she's a hot mess though too.
Sure
I'm not.
she
That's
is.
not
Oh,
giving
she is.
an out for him, but they're both messy.
yeah, no, very, 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 very. But seeing them on there like that, like, it doesn't shock me that that's how she ended up turning out. Like, not at all.
Strongly implied to be an OnlyFans-style platform. This evolution feels tragically logical. Cassie has always tied her self-worth to male validation. And Season 3 explores what happens when that validation becomes monetized in
please.
public. Nate's reaction is explosive.
Yes, please.
One line, referencing his bride-to-be being exposed online, confirms not only their continued relationship, but a possible engagement
Weed
in
whacker
marriage.
outside. I guess it's just
This
our
is
dog
huge.
snoring next to me.
Marriage doesn't heal them. It amplifies everything toxic beneath the surface. Nate's rage feels less impulsive and more...
This right here, I know this can't be real. I don't think this part is real. I think that's like
He mentioned his wife though.
I know, but I don't...
Unless he just calls her his wife, and they're not.
Yeah, well, maybe they did get married, but like, this doesn't strike me, like, it just looks too storybook, for them. But maybe it was. Maybe it was.
calculated, suggesting he now wields adult power, money, influence, and
I
control.
wish I wielded
Cassie,
adult power.
meanwhile, seems trapped between financial independence and emotional dependency. Their storyline
Dependence
looks
on
set
that
to
to keep
examine
her all
ownership,
together.
jealousy, and gendered power dynamics in the digital age. If earlier seasons portrayed their relationship as dangerous, Season 3 presents it as outright volatile. Jules Vaughn appears...
I mean, it was outright volatile before. Like,
It
it's
was.
always been
It
volatile.
was a
Like,
hot
everything that
mess.
they did has always been bad. Like, nothing that they did or any way that they've interacted has been good. Like, it was never okay. Never.
appears only briefly, but her presence is deeply symbolic. She's shown in what looks like an art school environment, surrounded by creative spaces rather than emotional chaos.
I don't know if that's an art school environment. And she don't look like she's drawing something there. She
I
look
mean,
like she-
I'm hopeful for her because I feel like she always tried to get it together and do, like, in the later on, she really was trying to better herself and get away from all the negativity and
Yeah. And she got away from Rue to some degree too, and
yeah.
yeah, even after Rue did her dirty multiple times. But yeah, I think that she's someone that you could pull for. I feel like she's okay.
A mess in her own way, but
Yeah.
less messy, I
Yeah.
guess, than others.
Yeah. But there was the fact that she was still trying to get back with Nate's dad after all the bad stuff that happened with them. So
Which
yeah.
sadly they won't be able to continue that.
Yeah.
This suggests Jules has intentionally distanced herself from Rue, and perhaps from the destructive cycles of her past. Importantly, Jules is no longer framed through Rue's gaze. The trailer gives her autonomy, visually and narratively. This could indicate Season 3 will finally allow Jules to exist outside of being a catalyst for Rue's emotions. Their separation doesn't feel bitter. It feels necessary, Maddie Perez has always embodied control through image.
Maddie.
In season 3,
Another hot mess.
God, she's annoying, and she's not that bright, or at least she portrays herself as not that
bright. Yeah. And then
As
her
dumb.
back and forth,
I'll just
her
say
back
dumb.
and forth with Nate is highly annoying as well.
Yep.
Like their back and forth relationship and everything, all the ins and out of that is annoying. She was one of the people that I was the most alarmed about as far as like high school stuff went, because her, like, she is like the mean girl. And like when you say like, yeah, everybody else in this show like has flaws and is messed up somehow, some way, but she's flat out like, she's a mean girl.
And it's
She's a
not your
mean girl.
typical high school mean girl.
Right.
She's like gonna ruin your life.
Yeah.
She's
But I mean,
awful.
she also does have some qualities that are positive. Well, I won't say that. I'll say that there are some things that happen to her that make you feel sorry for her. You know what I mean? Like, I won't say that she doesn't
I
deserve
mean,
it,
all the
but-
characters have stuff in their life that has kind of gotten them to where they are right now. They've all gone through really hard stuff. But, I mean, life, man, it's hard. We've all gone through really hard stuff.
Yes.
Are we all turning out like this?
Right. You don't have to be a crap person though.
No.
I do want to see where she goes. Like of almost all the people on the show, I don't know as much about where I think
feel like she's
end
just
up.
gonna marry rich and then do whatever she wants.
Could.
Like, that's what I see for her.
Could. Patrick says some people act dumb to gather info for blackmailing people later. I don't know if she's that bright to do that.
That is intelligent, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that she is smarter than what she portrays. So.
Yeah, because she's seemed in other
Mm-hmm.
like episodes that she is really kind of smart, but she plays dumb.
Yep, and she lowers herself to keep being with Nate.
And they are all so attention seeking.
Yes.
That is like the whole moral of this thing.
The whole Nate
whole summary, I guess.
Yeah, the whole Nate and Cassie and her like relationship dynamics are really, really, really
And then like
bad.
she and Cassie were like best friends, and then they're not best friends, and then
And then
they're both
she
with
tries
him.
to get Nate, and like, yeah, it's
Meanwhile, Rue's over in the corner, strung out again.
right, and then trying to and then
And then
you got,
Jules is trying to rescue Rue again. And
Right.
Jules got her own stuff.
and then Nate loves Jules too. And like, yeah, so much drama, so much drama.
Takes that instinct into the professional world. The trailer places Maddie in Hollywood-adjacent spaces, possibly working with wealthy clients or in entertainment. She looks polished, confident, and composed.
Yeah, I don't know if she's like, I could see her running some sort of like club or something like.
I was thinking brothel.
Yeah, like
She looks like she's
like
ready to run a
nightclub
brothel.
owner, strip club owner, or you know, manager or something like that. Like
Yeah,
I
it's
could
like
see her doing
she's
something
the
like
pimp.
that. Yeah, I can see
A
that.
polished one.
I could see that.
But also guarded. This version of Maddie feels like someone who has learned to weaponize charm as survival. Her arc may explore whether success equals safety, or if emotional scars still dictate her choices. Notably, Nate.
Look at Harley Quinn. She is really smart, even when she's right. That's true. But like Harley Quinn is very sharp. Like Maddie isn't that. Maddie isn't that. Like Maddie isn't that. Cassie isn't that. She's just, yeah, just not a nice person. Like just a bad person. Yeah, vicious. That's a good word for
Vicious.
it.
Nate
Don't
is
mind me, I'm
absent from her scenes, suggesting that while she's escaped him physically, the psychological residue may still
wearing it.
linger. Lexi Howard is glimpsed working behind the scenes in
Totally forgot about
television or
Lexi.
film production.
And she had done that whole performance. I
Now,
forgot
oh
all
my
about
God,
her.
yeah, the whole Lexi did a play based on all of her friends and all of the bad stuff that happened.
That was-
and didn't tell any of them that's
that-
what it was going to be about.
It was dramatic and kind of funny too.
Yes, and if anyone is in any way positive in this show, it's Lexi.
It's Lexi.
Like she's the only one, and she even has some stuff where she's kind of going off the deep end. But yeah, Lexi's about the only one though.
And Lexi had been Rue's like first friend too,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
good thing she separated herself from Rue.
Yeah.
A natural progression after her season 2 play. But the trailer hints at irony. Lexi once processed trauma by observing others. Now, immersed in an industry built on storytelling, she may be forced to confront her own. Season 3 could challenge Lexi's moral position, asking whether documenting pain is the same as understanding it. Ali Muhammad appears briefly, but his presence...
Yes, Coleman Domingo plays Ali Muhammad. He was like a mentor and guide for Rue.
He's like your SAAA.
Yes, like advocate, isn't that what they're called? Sponsor.
Rue's
And yeah,
sponsor for AA.
like he tried his best, man. And I couldn't imagine like you still struggle with something and it's there, but you have to help others to try to get past it too. Like that's rough. That's really rough. That's like, someone, I mean, in his situation, he has substance abuse issues and has had them in the past.
And hanging with
he's
her
doing
is
well.
like
Right.
dangling a carrot.
Yes, and bringing him back to all of that. So like you
Like
have to be so strong to
PTSD
stay
stuff.
away from it. So strong.
presence is thematically critical. The trailer's repeated references to faith, meaning, and moral reckoning align strongly with Ali's worldview. This suggests season May 3rd explores spiritual recovery versus emotional relapse, positioning Ali as a counterweight to Rue's internal chaos.
I mean, but he's always been that for her. And how much of that has worked, really? I don't know.
Stylistically, the trailer abandons neon excess in favor of muted palettes and shadow-heavy compositions. The influence of film noir is unmistakable. Morally gray characters, lonely protagonists, and a sense that fate is closing in. Music is used sparingly. Silence does more work than sound. This indicates a season focused less on shock and more on dread. At its core, the Season 3 trailer suggests Euphoria is no longer asking, "Who am I?" It's asking, "Who am I after everything I've done?" This is a season about living with irreversible choices, turning trauma into identity, or refusing to. The cost of adulthood when you were never healed as a teenager. Euphoria Season 3 looks like a real validation. In Season 4,
Yeah, it definitely a lot of
Ali as a
marshmallow.
counterweight to Ruth
figured
does
that out
more
later.
work than sound. This indicates a season focused living with irreversible choices, turning trauma into identity, or refusing to. The cost of adulthood when you were never healed as a teenager. Euphoria Season 3 looks like a reckoning, not just for the characters, but for the audience that grew up watching them self-destruct. It's darker, slower, more uncomfortable, and that might be exactly the point. What makes the Euphoria Season 3 trailer so striking isn't just its darkness, it's its sense of inevitability. Every character feels like they're standing at the edge of choices they can no longer undo. The time jump removes the safety net of youth and forces them to confront the long-term cost of their coping mechanisms. Love used as control, attention used as currency, drugs used as escape, and art used as armor. Thanks for watching, and if you're new...
That's a good point, Patrick. I didn't look at it like that. They don't they're not able to mask the other stuff, the actual reality. That's a good way of thinking of it. That's a really cool way of thinking of it. I hadn't thought about it like that. I feel like that a bunch of the characters in this show, like I don't know if this is the show's final season. I kind of feel like it probably has to be for a lot of these characters. Like I can't see Jacob continuing to do this as he's about to blow up into an even bigger star. I'm shocked that Zendaya continues to do it. Sydney is a huge star now too. Like I feel like it's gonna end. I don't know if the show is going to end, but a lot of these characters I think are gonna end. Like I don't think Nate is gonna survive.
Well, it's not like they have a next
the
gen to bring
season.
up either, so they're probably
No.
just gonna have to call it quits.
Yeah. I don't know if you continue it after the main stars are gone or anything like that, or you reset and go back to to some new kids in high school or something like that. But
Or you
I
go
feel like you've
forward
done
30 years and then you see their
Oh,
children
God.
and how
Yeah.
they're doing.
I don't know if you like. I feel like they've done so much on here that you can't really go and just like how else are you going to shock us, but yeah, I don't think Nate is going to survive it. I think Nate has been a bad enough person that they're not going to let him live this out.
Do you know when this was filmed?
I believe it was filmed like over a year ago. Over a year.
I'm just wondering if they're going to have anything with his dad in the show, or
Yeah, how they're gonna address it. Yeah, I don't know. Good
because
question.
if filming was already done and Eric was still, because Eric,
I'm pretty
only
sure
had his,
filming was done.
Eric only battled his illness for like a year, I think. So
And I'm pretty sure Eric appears in the show. I'm pretty sure he does.
that's what I'm thinking. If they filmed long enough ago,
I'm
he
pretty
could have
sure
been
he
at
does.
least in the first few episodes.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure he does. So interesting. We'll see. But yeah, great show. Highly recommend anyone to go check out Euphoria before we get into season 3. Probably won't be watching on stream though.
No.
All right, let's do the last one, which is The Boys season 5. Now this breakdown is it's only 12 minutes. Okay. And this is from Heavy Spoilers. From Heavy Spoilers, I should say. And yes, The Boys season 5. Now this is a show that we will be doing a live stream watch party for every episode. It'll be me, Katie, and James watching all the episodes of the final season of The Boys. So you haven't seen this trailer, but there's a character in here, and I want to see if you recognize who he is.
You mean it's like an actor that I should notice?
No. It's just a character. Just see.
Okay.
Someone should stand out, and you're gonna be like, who is that? And then you're gonna realize who he is.
Okay.
Let me switch my screens up.
Like, is he pretending to be a superhero or something?
No.
Okay.
You'll understand when you see it.
Okay.
You talk.
Now, the trailer begins with Homelander addressing a crowd, and as we see, he positions himself in front of a crucifix to basically paint out his entire
Jesus
MO and what he
Homelander.
wants to do in the season. Homelander wants to become a god.
Okay, not gonna lie. Fire. What's her name? Firecracker.
Starfire?
No, it's Fire something. But she's like super MAGA, but super powered. Remember, she took the pills so that she could lactate, and Homelander could feed. And
It's beyond disturbing. It's
yes. Hate to say it, but she's kind of cute. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. Sometimes I can't separate a character from the actor.
Oh, see, I can do
themselves,
that
so
all
I'm
the
like,
time. I do it all the time. I don't have
it
that
like
problem.
ruins somebody's attractiveness if they're like a terrible character.
Yep.
And I know that's not fair, but
So you saying Jacob would be hollering at you if you were single? You would look at him as Nate and be like, "Oh, I don't like you."
as Nate, yes. As Frankenstein's monster, no, I'm there for that. Wuthering Heights, definitely there for it. He redeemed himself by doing way more than one show.
To do that, he needs to go back to the original video.
Yeah, she can talk. I don't even remember when that happened. I can't remember her name. I'm not gonna do this where I just forget everyone's name. So
I remember when she talked. Wasn't it when her little Frenchie guy was gonna go or something? And then she said something, I think.
yeah, but I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember that.
And then she had met somebody else who didn't talk, or her brother or something.
Yeah, she had I think it was her brother.
Came back into the picture and.
Kimiko. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kimiko.
Yeah, she talks
Version
now.
of Compound V, V1, which basically allowed Supes to live forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
something
thought
we saw
that was the
Stormfront
case
and
in the
Soulja
comic that she
Boy,
didn't
and
talk.
as we know, Soldier Boy's been kept on ice in his Vought Tower room. Very strange. It might be an incest thing, which Soldier Boy points out later, but I don't think that he's gone that far yet.
Yeah, Soldier Boy, for whatever reason, is now up and awake from his cryogenic sleep. And that was the first thing that he asked Homelander was like, did we, like, because he said he woke up kind of sore.
But yeah, Homelander's wanting to become a god, and on the flip side of this, we have Butcher who wants to take him down. There's lots of religious imagery throughout the trailer that we'll get into in just a bit, but Butcher is basically back with the gang, and yeah, ready to take out all the super.
Yes, he's from Jensen Ackles is from Supernatural, yes, and plays Soldier Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and he was at C2E2 the year that we went, and I think he might be there this year too.
I didn't get to see him. I saw
Supes worldwide. Now, the last trailer.
And you said that you like who? You're obsessed with who? Carl Urban? Butcher?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the Butcher character. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, the guy, he's whoop too, but he's got like that Wolverine vibe. But no, like Butcher's cool. I like Butcher.
I don't like Butcher's character.
I do.
Butcher gets on my nerves because Butcher is super, super, super selfish, and that when he doesn't need to be, like he doesn't need to be, and he does a lot of very, very, very selfish things. I think everybody on this show is flawed. So
it's like his past trauma though, like that pulled my heartstrings. Like why it would make somebody, why it makes somebody like bitter about life and edgier, and I just feel like there's a teddy bear inside of him still.
We'll see.
Trailer featured a lot of bodies lying around what looked to be an abandoned car park, and at the time, I did think that this was possibly Sage Grove.
Said, what, that New
However,
Zealander?
the teaser in fact confirms that it's Fort Harmony Medical Department, and I'm guessing that this is where V1's stored. Reminds me a lot of the comics, though, where Butcher blew off all the Soup's heads. And
V1 apparently is the first version of the serum that they gave like Homelander and all the other Soups, but I think V1 allows you to be immortal. Oh, Homelander's trying to get it.
In Russia, after discovering that a radio signal could trigger the V in their body to explode. Very convoluted, but in the final run of the comics, Butcher climbed up the Empire State Building to set this off, and this basically would detonate and kill all the Soups in the world. He was stopped by Huey, but yeah, just seeing the bodies like this reminded me a lot of that. It is possible that this may be the aftermath of the virus being unleashed, or it may be an attack by the Soups on some protesters. I think that it's most likely Homelander and Soldier Boy, and the boys are coming in to basically try and stop the two bad guys. Now, Terra will be making a return as well, and I'm guessing that's going to tie in with Dognot. Dognot was first introduced in Gen V Season 2, and he's basically Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I love the fact that they have a character who is like Dog the Bounty Hunter, but like he is actually like almost part dog. Like that, just the stuff like that this show does, and the things that catch you off guard all the time are different things like that. Like he goes around, he's sniffing, and like he talked about like humping something and like peeing on different things. Like yeah, it's just funny. It's just funny to me.
However, he also likes to shag dogs, and I'm guessing that's doggy style, and this is likely going to put poor old little Terra in his sights. Samir Shah is back as well, and he was of course working for Stan Edgar last time. Now, the first teaser was where we initially saw that Soup-themed concentration camp. This is run by Vernon Correction Services, which is the corporation that was owned by Tech Knight. It's clearly a comment on how...
Okay, Tech Knight, if anybody is unfamiliar, is almost like a version of Batman in this universe. Patrick says his backstory makes sense of why he acts like that because Billy misses his wife. Yeah, he does. But I mean, and he's an extremely broken person, and I get that. But just I don't know. He doesn't have a lot of redeeming qualities for me, and his selfishness has been to the detriment of his team at certain points in time too. So it's like you want him to be a hero, but he is almost incapable of being a hero at most points in time.
Prisoners have become a sort of wing of corporations now, and this is something that's been exposed in a lot of prisoner for profit studies. We've also seen that the sweaters the prisoners are forced to wear have the stars and stripes on the back, which is clearly mirroring Homelander's cape.
Yeah, Billy
the buildings will also have lots of friendly Soup-themed images and a picture of Homelander smiling on a container. Yeah, there are signs as well that say firm but fair, but the armed guards highlight that might not be the case. It's clearly a place used to house political prisoners and people who might be adversaries to vote. Re-education centres were touched upon in issue 19, and this is something they've fleshed out here quite a bit. I think this is just for regular people though. As Gen V showed, they have proper containment centers for Soups. The fact it's open air as well.
Gen V was fun too. I can't wait to see how they integrate some of the characters from there into this show. You need to finish watching Gen V just so you can be more ready for this too.
Gen V is like, it's like next level yikes. Like it's, I don't know. That girl that can grow and shrink, the things she can do and has done just make me want to stop watching personally.
You need to see the new season.
Yeah, I heard you guys watching it and like reacting in here. You're like, ah! So I was like, oh no.
Patrick says Tech Knight a meteor in the comics. So okay, Tech Knight is He had a lot of stuff in the last season that he was involved in that was pretty interesting.
Which one's Tech Knight?
The one that's like Batman. And remember he had took Huey and yeah.
It means that they're not worried
when he was keeping
about anyone
basement.
leaping out or flying away either.
I mean,
however,
meteor,
that doesn't
right?
stop
Like,
Soups from entering it, and Starlight and A-Train have
those are
both been
sexy.
spotted in the teasers rushing through. The latter hints at a Days of Future Past inspired speedster.
I love him.
Just real quick, I don't like A-Train.
Oh yeah, no.
Just not a fan, man. Not a fan.
But he's one of my favorite characters.
Yes, Quicksilver is great.
He's hilarious.
Scene which I can't wait to see. Now though, A-Train is clearly aligned with the boys, and in case you didn't see Gen V Season 2, that ended with him joining the group. This was alongside Annie, so I'm guessing we'll get to see more of the characters from that show joining in the rescue. What I loved about the speedster shot as well is that he runs past a Turbo Rush advert, and there's also Homelander too. So it's kind of symbolically showing the two opposing sides. Now, I feel like the camp and rescue will happen in episode 1, and we'll then see the gang on the run. We have had the shots of the characters at what looks like a rec center, so I'm guessing they've dipped there and have turned that into a hiding place. Huey being reunited with Annie is also mirrored in Frenchie and Kimiko. I think it's after this escape.
Frenchie is annoying to me too. Like, just some of the decisions that he makes are goofy to me. And the fact that he was willing to sort of push Kimiko away at the end of last season, that didn't sit well with me.
He's got a good heart though too.
He does. It's just man. I don't know. A-Train is too soft for me, man. A-Train's been through a lot. I understand that, but I don't know. I just don't feel like A-Train is trustworthy, and I don't feel like anything that he's done makes him redeemable. Like he's not believable in the stuff that he ends up doing that's trying to help. And I know that he's trying to be a good guy, so to speak now, but I don't know. Just don't like him as a character.
That Butcher potentially asks if they want to have one more go, and that then leads into the rest of the season. Now, one of the big complaints I've seen around the season is that it kind of undoes the cliffhanger ending of season 4. There, Butcher drove off with his darker side in the back seat, and he'd fully embraced becoming the monster. The new looks have made it very
I might have to
clear
check out
now
the
that he's
comments,
back with the
Patrick.
group. Because of this, I think there's a couple of possibilities that might have gone down. Now, in case you haven't seen Gen V, that basically evolved Marie's powers so she was able to heal people. Played massively into the series, and though I don't want to spoil what happens in case you haven't seen it, it was quite a big thing. So I do wonder if Marie from Gen V heals him, and this sort of sorts out his mental issues. Now, throughout the teasers, we've definitely had the feeling that they're not surviving this, and if you've read the comics, then you'll know the odds of them doing a Stranger Things are very, very low. Across the board, there's the theme of death.
Stranger Things, where everybody survives. Yeah. That was one of the things I hated about the Stranger Things finale. I just didn't like that, man. Good show, great show. Just did not like that ending where everybody just made it through. Like, not realistic enough.
And that both the Soups and Boys are coming to an end. Now, if you want to look fantastic for the show, then why not check out our merch store right below the video. There we have lots of boys-inspired shirts that will help you celebrate the series in style. We also have lots of discounts on there too, and the more you buy, the more money you save. It also seems like Black Noir is going to be pinning some stuff on the boys, as we have had a scene where Huey's tied to a chair and
I gotta pause this while I remember the name of the show. Invincible.
Oh yeah.
He kills someone in front of him.
That's
If you
not
look
what
at the
you want me to
God's
see,
name
is it?
badge, you can see the Vault logo, so I think he's been sent out to frame the gang for murder. Last time, I did even wonder that he might have turned against the company, but I think, setting them up for murder is more likely what he's doing. Soldier Boy is back as well, and he was last seen at the end of Season 3. Well, he did have a cameo in Gen V, to be fair, but it was a dream, so it didn't really count. However, he was looked up in a Winter Soldier-esque style container, which Homelander is going to open up. I think saving his dad will be why Soldier Boy's a little less hostile towards him, and they do appear to be on the same side. Beyond that, Soldier Boy has his upcoming spin-off with Stormfront, which will be releasing after this show wraps up. Has to be said, though, that will be a prequel.
Okay, and yeah, I can't wait to see that show, too, with Soldier Boy and Stormfront. Stormfront is another one that I like, too. Like, oh, my God. Yeah. It'll be fun to have her back. I liked her character. and how vile and horrible she was. But it'll be fun to be able to watch that too. And I'm glad that we get more from the boys universe.
Did I mention that I like Butcher?
Yes.
Period piece, but it will show their time together in the war. However, you know, with prequel stuff, you do sometimes get the odd scene that's set in the future. So maybe having him come out the other side of this season and then start that season, be like, I remember what it was like. That would be a way that they could reframe the prequel stuff. Ultimately, though, I think Soldier Boy and Ryan are the biggest wild cards, and I do wonder how they're going to play into the season. Soldier Boy has turned against his son
Man, he's
before.
old.
That's who it was. I was about to say, did you recognize who that was?
I recognize my preschoolers in public now, and they're in high school, and I haven't seen them for like
and then
15
start that season,
years.
be
I'm
like, I
oh.
remember what it was like. That would be a way
Yeah,
that
no,
they
he's
could
old, though.
reframe the prequel stuff. Ultimately, though, I think
His
Soldier Boy and
puberty's
Ryan are the
going
biggest
forward,
wild
unlike
cards,
yours.
and I do wonder how they're going to play into the season.
Thanks.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah, he super old now.
GD, what happened?
And remember when he was in the other, well, the last season 4, he was like, his voice was still cracking and stuff, but it had started to change.
Little baby had a glow
So,
up.
Yeah,
My
now
gosh.
he's like super old now.
I like his hair.
Yeah. So I think he's gonna play a huge role in this season too, just with the character that he is.
I mean, he's old enough now to take on like bigger roles.
Right. So yeah, I can't wait to see what ends up happening with
His
him.
little red laser eyes.
Yeah. Patrick
Yes.
says Black Noir is Homelander clone in the comic. Yes. Just burned severely, and that's why he ended up wearing that fit. Is that Ryan? Yes, it is. Like way old Ryan now.
Has turned against his son before, and he of course fought fascism in the war. His grandson is of course Ryan as well, so it does kind of make me wonder exactly who he's going to side with. I think ultimately he's going to stand up to his son, and he might even be annoyed that his son's kept him on ice.
Yeah.
Either way, the teaser I'm
Remember her hair falling out?
Yes.
It was so bad.
She's insane. She's the most unstable in the whole show, I feel. Truly. Like, she needs help.
With lots of different shots, and my favorite bit is probably the Manhandle podcast by the Deep and Black Noir. Black Noir obviously doesn't speak. Well, he can, but he's playing a character, so he just has a soundboard. And yeah, the Deep is just rattling off his wisdom. Around the room, we have lots of different posters, including Men Unite, Equality, Men Lives Matter, He Can Do It, and so on and so forth. Very clearly playing off the manosphere and just kind of going to be a big coming on that. Now, Zoe Newman and Stan Edgar are going to be big characters too. In case you missed Gen V Season 2, we did see that they'd fled to an underground luxury bunker, which Stan had built just in case things went south with Fort. They've been laying low there, and Stan's planning to take back the company one day. So it looks like they're heading towards that goal.
Yeah, some of the stuff at the end of Gen V didn't really make as much sense as it probably should have either. I just get nervous about the boys, man. Like this, they need to nail this ending, and I am hoping that they can do so.
And actually getting involved in the fight. Now, another big cliffhanger that we have the resolution for is what happened to Ashley. Season 4 left things off with her taking V to save her skin, but this then began a mutation. We didn't see exactly what this led to, but now it appears everything's all back to normal. Yay! I think she's possibly hiding something under the wig, and that she could have a head like the leader or something. Her powers may also have manifested to time.
That's definitely a wig. all of this line at the top of her hairline, that is just not right.
She needs to go. If her having powers is like
we
the
could have
scariest
something
thing ever.
like Medusa from the Inhumans. Beyond that, we also know shapeshifters exist in this universe, so someone might just be disguised as the character. They could be keeping her locked deep away in a vault, and they may come across her at some point in the series, kind of like how they came across Lamplighter in the comics, if you know, you know. Now, we're also getting a church-themed stage show. Firecracker has been seen present here, and we also have a new character in Oh Father.
Black Noir in the comics
He's a character who represents a mix between church and state. From the wiki, we know Oh Father was arrested for molesting minors in 1997, and since then he's been ostracized from the soups. However, he's clearly been offered a way back, and yeah, knowing Firecracker's past, you can see why she would be fine with nonsense. As for the comics, he's not actually a big character at all, and I am quite interested to see what they do and how they flesh him out. And the show will somewhat be a supernatural reunion. Not only do we have Jared Padalecki joining the cast, but
I
Misha
didn't
Collins
realize
is
that.
going to be there as well. All three will share at least one scene together, but we don't know who's playing who. The theories were, though, that Jared might be Jack from Jupiter and that he's possibly grown his hair out. He was featured in Diabolical and also appeared in the adult movies Lamplighter watched in Season 1, but yeah,
Voldemort.
he's the only main original member of
That
the
you?
Seven from the comics that hasn't showed up in the series. I do think he's coming though, and yeah, having Jared doing this, kind of being an
like the long
outcast
hair?
and then coming back, I think that would make a lot of sense. In the last teaser, we also saw him entering a room, and the red curtains made me think it was the Oval Office. Now, I think Homelander is going to be bringing soups into his government and appointing them in major positions. But yeah, they're all idiots, and none of them are going to have any idea what they're doing. Speaking of the Oval Office, that's how we end the teaser, with Homelander sat there in the hot seat. This is, of course, a massive, massive callback to the comics, as that's pretty much how we start at the beginning of the end of his story.
Yikes.
Homelander took over the office, and then Butcher was sent in to kill him, and it's clear that they're playing on that. There was then a big twist reveal, I'm sure you already know, but yeah, they're clearly aping that iconography, even though I don't think that's the way they're going to go with it. Not in terms of the twist, in terms of like them having the final battle there. Now, from the teasers, it's clear that Ryan doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. The first look showed him attacking a SWAT team, and I did wonder if these had been sent to bring him in. His dad could be trying to rein him in as well, and I think
such
this
a little
is going to
guy.
be a battle for his soul.
Jeez.
There is a
Such a
moment
little
where he's
guy.
covered in blood, and the character looks just like his father. His eyes glow red as well, and
Yeah, I hope they make him like totally
You
a
want
bad
him to be,
A
yeah, I
character,
know.
man. Like,
You're
I want him to
always
be
here
so
for the
good.
villain. I'm always here for
Yes.
the good guy. It's kind of
Yes,
funny.
he can be a good guy, but I just want him to be ruthless. Like, be ruthless. Like I see that in Homelander, but I think that they need to. He's gonna have to be the one to take Homelander out. Like there's no other way that you can end this. As many times as I've talked about how I think the show is gonna end, there's no other way than him. Like
He's
it's
got
a
to play
family
on
thing.
Homelander by pretending he's evil and by, just playing on Homelander's ego. And that's the only way I feel he's going to be able to take him out is just tricking him because, I don't know, skill-wise, they're kind of evenly matched.
Yeah.
things don't look good, mate. But I think Butcher will eventually win him round and try to reinforce the lessons that Becca taught him. I think Ryan may even be put into a position where he has to kill his father, but ultimately Butcher will do it instead. This will spare the lad from killing his dad and stop him from going down that dark path. Anyway,
I don't think so. I think that they're going to go down that dark path, and that's just the boys' tradition. Like, I think he's going to do something where he has to take out his dad, aka Homelander, but it's going to be to save Butcher.
I hope so.
Because he likes Butcher.
I know, he didn't like Butcher for a while, but he's back to liking him again, so.
Right.
That's cute.
Right. Speaking of cute, I hope this show is cute and you guys have enjoyed it. That was the end of our little trailer recap breakdown for The Boys season 5. But yeah, I had a blast today. It was good to get back in the saddle. It is a little bit harder to find time to stream things these days with a bunch of shows not really out yet, but that is going to be picking up big time once the end of this month hits. We will be doing Daredevil Born Again weekly. And there's a few other shows that are going to be starting then. Then we got the month of April is crazy with shows starting then. I think that's, I can't remember which ones, but I know that there's a bunch coming up. And we're going to get very busy very fast. So thanks for hanging out with us through the dry February and the dry early part of March. So it's going to get real hot and heavy for us streaming wise. As we continue on this month and going into the summer. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with us today. I want to give a round of applause and a yes chant. Round of applause. Yes chant. Patrick Wheeler. Mike. Rylan. KR. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, man. We truly appreciate you guys. Please, 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 on your way out, if you have not done so already, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Sorry.
Oh, KR.
That's all right, KR. We'll be back. I'm not sure when, but at some point this week, we'll be back for another stream. But in the meantime, in between time, please go out, check out our trailer reactions that are dropping every day this week. I already have them queued up, so they will be out each and every day. Hit that like button on those. Hit the hype button if you have an opportunity to as well. That hype button does help, apparently. I don't know how, but it does help. So yes, hit that hype button as well. And yes, please, on the way out, if you have not done so already, like I was saying, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop those comments.
Drop that.
And just know that Watch Stuff with Us will be in the mix.
In 2026. Whoop, whoop.
Yes, have a great night, KR. Appreciate you, man. Have a great night, Patrick, Rylan, you as well.
Love you guys.
Yes.
Thank you for all you do for us.
Yes, truly, truly, truly love and appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we will see you when we see you.
you.
Peace.
And love.